Greetings! Greetings, fellow detectives. Good morning. Welcome to the stream of Creature of Kapu Cave. The 15th mystery in the Nancy Drew series. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good morning to you all. Alright, I think we'll just go ahead and get started with a new game.
Hi, I'm Nancy Drew. Anyway, here's my center of operations, my desk. Go ahead and poke around. If you want to know the particulars of how I do what I do, take a look at the book titled How to Be a Detective. It's real helpful, especially if you're new to the mystery-solving business. And be sure to check out my scrapbook. I put memorabilia from all my past cases in there. A lot of them were pretty dangerous and at times really scary. But don't say anything about that to my dad, okay? He worries about me enough as it is. And whatever you do, read what's in the file called Case File. That will tell you all about the mystery I'm about to try to solve. If you think you're ready to dive into that mystery, just click on the plane ticket and you'll be on your way.
All right, Nancy, thank you for that spiel. As usual, at Nancy's desk, we have the carousel horse from Haunted Carousel, Mayan statue from Secret of the Scarlet Hand, and whale statue from Danger on Deception Island. We have this really addictive light that's really fun to turn on and off for whatever reason. And then a lovely dossier of all of Nancy's previous cases up to this point. Number 14 being our last one, Danger by Design. And we have already played all of these on stream, which is crazy to me. Super fun. We're getting close to the halfway point. Since this is mystery number 15, what does our case file have for us for this case? Current assignment, travel to Hawaii, ! Ooh, and spend 3 weeks working for Dr. Quigley Kim, an entomologist who needs someone to help her do field work on the Big Island. One of Dad's friends saw the wand ad she ran in his alumni newsletter and thought of me. I won't get paid, naturally, and I'm not exactly sure what someone who studies insects means by field work, but I do get a free plane ticket and I'll be working outdoors in one of the most beautiful places in the world. Some nice pictures of Hawaii. The only thing that kind of worries me is that instead of meeting me at the airport, Dr. Kim wants me to take a bus to this little town on the southern coast of the Big Island. I'm supposed to pick up the keys to the vehicle she'll leave for me there from someone named Big Island Mike at Big Island Mike's Immersion Excursion Center, which means I'll have to drive to her field camp, which is deep in the rainforest, by myself. But it's not like I'm going anywhere dangerous. I'll be in a tropical paradise. What could possibly go wrong? Literally everything, Nancy. I could think of so many things that could go wrong. This is a really, weird way to start off an internship. Hey, drive into the middle of the rainforest. Good luck. I hope you don't get lost, because if you do, you're kind of screwed. Hello, Chloe. Welcome. My favorite character in this game. Honestly, probably Malachi Craven. I think the characters in this game have a tendency to be on, the, abrasive side, I guess. And Malachi Craven does it in more of a curmudgeon-y, I have a backstory kind of way, so I appreciate it a little bit more. That's an excellent question. Who's everyone's favorite character in this game? Who's your favorite, Chloe? Let's do senior detective. Ooh, the intensity. Right, Grace? So excited to make fun of this entire game. Let's go! Yes, for those that haven't seen my ranking of the Nancy Drew games, before Midnight in Salem came out, this was my third worst game of the series. It does have its merits, I will admit that. It has some things that are pretty fun, but I will enjoy making fun of it a little bit during this game. I'm really not a fan of this game, so I really don't have one, sadly. I honestly agree, Chloe. I mean, Malachi, I think, is the best of the bunch, but honestly, Pua Mapu might be my least favorite character ever. Like, in the entire series. I think she's just... all she talks about is surfing, and she does it in a really annoying way.
Looks like you need some kind of special money for this. I barely have any real money.
Can't we just, like, steal a snow cone, Nancy? I mean, you steal other stuff. Why not steal a snow cone? So we can look at Big Island Mike's Immersion Excursion Center here. This actually is something that I do want to build in The Sims. I do want to build this in Sulani. It would be a lot of fun.
Just off the bus, huh? If you're looking for a real deal Hawaiian vacation, you got off at the right spot.
Actually, I'm looking for somebody named Big Island Mike.
That's me. You by yourself?
Not really. My name's Nancy Drew.
Well, just in case whoever told you about this place didn't give you the lowdown, here it is. You sign up with Big Island Mike, you'll live like a real Hawaiian. Work like they work, play like they play. No tourist stuff. From me, you get authentic.
Well, that sounds good, but...
See, I'm like a tailor. Only I don't make clothes, I make vacations. Real, honest-to-goodness Hawaiian vacations. Custom-made to fit just you and you alone. You like the beach? I'll get you to the beach, but I'll also keep you busy. Busy doing things real Hawaiians have done for 1,000 years. And you'll have a good time doing it, I'll make sure. In fact, I've got a couple of guys staying here about your age. They're from the mainland, too. I got those boys surfing, shelling, fishing, snorkeling, everything. You sign up, you'll do everything, too. Maybe even at the same time as them, huh?
Playing matchmaker, are we? Big Island Mike? Good morning, Nadia. Aloha. Yeah, I get the feeling that the tropical games aren't always as popular, too. It's kind of hard to make a tropical setting feel mysterious. Aloha, Golden Moon. Welcome. Aloha, Ray Marie. Welcome to the stream. Another game where Nancy doesn't bring money with her, right? Aloha, Friday Lambda. The problem with this game is, to put it bluntly, it's because the game was made at the tail end of the old game engine. Yeah, you can kind of tell that it's like a weird, intermittent game between the two different systems. Least favorite games are Ransom of the Seven Ships, Creature of Kapu Cave, and Secret of Shadow Ranch. Ooh, controversial on the Shadow Ranch. Totally agree on Seven Ships and Kapu Cave, though. There's just some problems in those ones. Your main issue is that the Frass puzzle is like half the gameplay time. Truth.
Actually, I am here for a working vacation, but it's not with you. My name's Nancy Drew.
Oh, you're the wahine who's going to be working up there in the rainforest with Dr. Kim studying bugs. You're going to have to pick them up and put them in jars and stuff.
Well, I hope so. I think bugs are really interesting.
Better to be working for Dr. Kim than up at the Hili Hili. That doctor there, he makes people mess with stuff way worse than bugs.
What's the Hili Hili?
The Hili Hili Research Center. Everything up there's a big mystery. People who work at Hili Hili, they never stay long. And when they leave, they don't talk.
Yeah, subplots, random occurrences. They didn't have enough time to move to the new game engine or time to finish. Yeah, it just feels kind of thrown together for sure. A little bit. Mr. WizardKitten is petting Mel nearby, and he just saw Big Island Mike, and he's like, that looks like a friend of ours. Big Island Mike is an interesting character design. What do you guys think?
Over 20 years.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
His face is a little more haggard than it's him.
Big Island Mike is so annoying. He really is. Like, just give me the car keys, man. Technically, you only need to see one of the 6 Frass bags and have them in your inventory. You don't even need to solve it. What? Oh my gosh, you're going to have to help me with that workaround, Friday Lambda, when we get there.
Be that as it may, I'm supposed to get a key from you?
Dr. Kim arranged for you to use one of my rigs. Got the key right here, but know what? I'm not gonna give it to you.
You're not?
A Big Island Mike immersion excursion beats chasing bugs around the jungle any day. And to prove it, I'm not gonna give you the key until you go to the beach, collect some shells, and make a necklace for me. You can put the shells you find in here. Make me an aloha necklace. There's a picture of it over at the necklace-making table.
But I really think I should go meet Dr. Kim like I'm supposed to.
You make the necklace, I give you the key. Only you know what? You're not gonna want it anymore. You're gonna walk on the beach, look for shells, sit and string them. You're gonna get so relaxed, you're gonna come back in here and say, "You were right, Big Island Mike. Forget the bug doctor. Sign me up." You'll see.
I know, isn't it scary? When he like lifts his eyes up, he's just so excited to tell me about how much fun I'm going to have here. I know, it's terrifying. Alright, so Big Island Mike is being the worst, and we have to make him a necklace before he gives us the key. Her interactive seems to fail when trying to make games in tropical locations. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but the 3 tropical games, Shattered Medallion, this one, and Ransom of the 7 Ships, are all my 3 least favorite, besides Midnight in Salem, but that's a whole other story. Owns an island for people to go on vacation, but it's more of an island pain.
Shack. Too bad it's closed. Whoever
true.
runs it is probably off surfing.
That's okay, I don't particularly want to talk to Pua anyway. Yeah, Golden Moon, when we play Ransom of the 7 Ships, it's just going to be me yelling at the monkeys for approximately 4 hours. Oh my gosh, yeah, Friday Lambda, that sounds super helpful. You have to let me know how we do that when we get there. Aloha, literal garbage, welcome to the stream. Big Island Mike reminds me of the type of guy that asks, "Where's my hug?" when you try to leave, right? He has huge hands. You guys see his hands? Mike spends the rest of the game forcing you to do things like fish, collect shells, and make shaved ice, right? His only purpose is to make us do chores. How dare he?
Hello?
So, did you arrive okay?
Ned, hi! Oh, perfect timing. I just got here. In fact, I'm on the beach.
The bug doctor's on the beach?
No, I have to collect shells and make a necklace before I can get the keys she's left for me. It's a long story.
Well, I wish I could be there with you. Believe me, it's done nothing but rain non-stop since I dropped you off at the airport. The sky's just this constant shade of gray. It'd be depressing even with you here. But with you not here, it's...
Oh my gosh, you're not gonna believe this, but Frank and Joe Hardy are here.
What? Are you sure?
Positive. Hey, listen, I'll call you later, okay?
But...
Bye.
So rude, Nancy.
What are you doing here?
I just got here. I'm going to be helping this entomologist Dad heard about do field work for the next 2 weeks. What are you guys doing here?
We got here yesterday.
Believe it or not, we're on assignment.
Joe, keep it down.
Richard Akins, the CEO of Akins Biotech, he hired us to do kind of a background check on Pua Mapu and her father, Mike Mapu. She's an up-and-coming world-class surfer. He runs a local business called Big Island Mike's Immersion Excursions.
No kidding. I'm supposed to pick up a car at Big Island Mike's. What does this Akins guy need a background check for?
He's thinking about using Pua in the ad campaign for one of his products. He wants to make sure there aren't any skeletons in either of the Mapu's closets before he makes her an offer.
Since she teaches surfing for her dad, we signed up for one of his immersion excursions so we could get to know her and make sure she's as squeaky clean as she seems.
Akins figured someone who was closer to her own age could find out a lot more than some private investigator.
So you were basically hired to vacation in Hawaii and learn how to surf. Is that what you're saying?
Don't worry. As soon as the opportunity presents itself, we'll be doing some hardcore snooping, too.
Yeah, Akins wants us to make sure Mapu's business is also squeaky clean. But the guy never leaves his office, which so far has made rummaging through his paperwork impossible.
So you're doing fieldwork for an entomologist?
Yep, just me and Dr. Kim and a couple thousand of her closest insect-type friends out there in the jungle.
Well, watch out for Kane Okala.
Aw, Joe.
Watch out for who?
Kane Okala. That's Hawaiian for rough-skinned man.
He's this legendary guy who got half burned up in a volcano a millennium or two ago, and now whenever something really bad happens on the island, people start saying they've seen him in the jungle. He doesn't like people messing with his island, see, so he goes on these rampages. Apparently, his temper is as nasty as his complexion.
And there have been a lot of sightings lately, probably because of the pineapples.
What's wrong with the pineapples?
The pineapples have been growing so poorly on this part of the island that people say there may not even be a local crop this year, but nobody can say why. Although I'm willing to bet this Kane Okala guy could.
Joe.
If he really existed, which of course he does not. Happy, Frank?
Well, I better get going. Good luck, you guys. I have my cell phone, so keep in touch.
You too. In fact, if there's anything you need out there,
Food, toiletries, monster repellent.
call us anytime, okay?
Okay, bye.
Bye.
See you, Nance.
Frank and Joe, what happened to you? I'd rather be solving Frank and Joe's mystery, right? What happened to them? They were so handsome. I mean, they look fine, but when you compare it to how they looked in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, oh, I just like that so much better. As far as my worst 3, Ray Marie, this is number 30 for me on my like ranking list, and then Ransom of the Seven Ships is 31, and then Shattered Medallion is 32. So technically, of the 3, this is my favorite. He doesn't look too bad. He definitely looks like a surfer boy. It's just not what he looked like in Last Train to Blue Moon Canyon, and I think the problem is that look was so successful and pretty universally appreciated that when they changed it so much in this one, it was like, what happened? What did you do to Joe? Yeah, Midnight in Salem's plot is kind of controversial. Some people love it, and some people are not a fan. I personally didn't think it was very good at all. See my honest review of Midnight in Salem. But I'm glad that some people liked it. You think they look fine? Okay. Fair enough. Nancy hangs up on Ned to talk to the Hardy Boys suspicious much. Exactly. Like, it's so rude. She does Ned so dirty, it's not fair. Mid isn't even on the list. It's technically number 33 on the list. It's dead last, exactly. I wanted to like it so much, you guys. I really did. I had such high hopes for that game. I tried. Okay, so we can buy stuff. My brother totally had this piggy bank when we were kids. Totally had that. This hula doll will make multiple appearances from this point on. Aloha, slightly respected. Welcome to the stream. I grew up near Salem, so I wanted to love Mid so bad. I failed, right? Right, literal garbage? Like
Big
the
Island Mike told me to make an aloha necklace.
the actual idea sounded like it could have been
here
so
we go.
cool.
So what shells do I need?
And then it just wasn't. Which is so disappointing. It took Her Interactive 4 years to make the worst game in the series. Exactly. That's part of the problem, too. You really can't rank Midnight in Salem without considering its horrifying history. Like, how long it took to make and the nightmare that was the communication from their marketing department. Like, yikes. Not good. Makes me wonder what the hula doll... Did Frank buy that for Nancy? That's a good question, complete name. That would make sense. That's why it goes all over the place.
They're beautiful. I'll just give this to Mr. Mapu and be on my way.
We shouldn't have had to do this in the first place, but, you know. C'est la vie. I love this song. Oahu, aloha, welcome to the Wiki-Tiki game. Best part of Big Island Mike's excursion is the song for the Wiki-Tiki game. Sudden unexplained die-off has growers mystified. Basically, the pineapple crop is really failing, and nobody knows why. I'm in love with your content. I'm so happy I caught the stream. That's so awesome. I'm so glad you could join us, Slightly Respected. Thank you so much. I'm not from super close to Salem, central Massachusetts, but as a Massachusettan, it was so disappointing. Oh, that would be the worst, like having a game in your home location and then it just not being good. That'd be so disappointing.
If you could give the extra shells I collected to those 2 guys from the mainland, that'd be great. May I keep the necklace I made?
Sorry. My idea, my necklace. But the rig key is yours.
Thank you. Hey,
One more thing. Kane Okala.
that rough-skinned guy? What about him?
It's the people at Healy Healy. They're doing something that Kane Okala doesn't like. That's why he's back. The people that say he's just a legend, don't believe them.
I would have loved it if Kane Okala was more central to this mystery. They really just mention him and then nothing comes of it.
I'll remember that, really.
Hope I don't regret this. The rig's out front. Got a GPS system and everything. The location of Dr. Kim's camp's already programmed in.
I heard that something weird seems to be going on with the pineapple crop this year. What have you heard about it?
It's the Healy Healy. Whatever they're doing up there, it's gonna end up ruining the pineapple fields. The newspapers know the truth. They're just too afraid of the Healy Healy lawyers to write the truth.
Well, it was nice meeting you.
Mahalo!
Yes, slightly respected. This is the game with the fishing. Ooh, my dream Nancy Drew game. I'm a big fan of the games that have history mixed in with a modern day mystery. So honestly, the original plot that Midnight in Salem was supposed to be, like the trailer that we saw after Sea of Darkness and the way it looked, and if they had made it in the style of the old Nancy Drew games, I think that might have been my ideal mystery, which is another reason it was so disappointing. But like I've talked about how I think a Romanov mystery in Russia would be super interesting in St. Petersburg with like a really cool historical location, some cool ambiance and scare factor, learning about that that past. I think that would be super cool. I've made the other necklaces before, but you have to go scuba diving to get the shells. So it's like you have to go way out of your way to do it. Person from Massachusetts is Massachusettsan, which is ridiculously hard to spell and pronounce. Yes, this does have fishing. Goes on a vacation to a hotel. There's no mystery for the first start of the game. Instead, we get to know the characters. Hotel gets cut off from society. Bam, sudden mystery. Ooh, that sounds cool. Sounds like Agatha Christie. Good old Krollmeister navigazing technology. If you want some history added based on a real hotel or background, ooh, what if you did, I can't remember the name of the hotel, the one that The Shining is based off of in Colorado. Ooh, that would be a scary one. That'd be such a cool mystery. Because the history of that hotel is actually super cool. Nancy Drew game in Russia would be so cool. Aloha, Luna. Welcome to the stream. Another New Orleans theme game. That would be awesome. Ooh, a haunted French Quarter. That'd be so cool. You have to go, but you'll be back soon. Bye, Chloe. Kane Okala was supposed to be the scare factor. The real scare factor's Big Island like. Oh no, the bridge. We're trapped. This is true, Grace. We can't forget about our kooky old lady cruise.
Stuck in a ditch. Great. Well, hopefully Dr. Kim will be able to help me get it out. Uh-oh. Sounds like I missed a call.
You have reached Nancy Drew, who is currently unavailable. At the tone, please leave a message.
Hi, Nance, it's Joe. Listen, Big Island Mike heard on the radio that the bridge on the road leading to that bug lady's camp just washed out. So I hope you get this message before you get to her place, because if you've already crossed the bridge, it sounds like you won't be able to get back into town for a couple of days. In any case, be careful, and again, if there's anything Frank or I can do, just holler. Take care.
So, on top of being stuck in a ditch, I'm stranded in the jungle. Well, at least I'm not alone. I mean, I won't be when I find Dr. Kim. Oh my gosh, this place is a mess. What happened? And where's Dr. Kim?
The Stanley Hotel, that's it. Yep. I toured it once. Super creepy. Terrifying place. Ooh, the murder house at H.A. Holmes built. That'd be cool. Stop basing it off just the Nancy Drew books. It'd help if they tried to make an original mystery from the ground up so they don't make hybrid
witch.
plots. Yeah, I know what you mean. Okay, so we want to use this, but we need a hook first. And then we need to power it with the solar panel, which needs to be fixed.
Dr. Kim, are you here? Hello? Anybody here? Dr. Kim? She's gone. Ugh, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Got a bad feeling. I'm not sure why you needed to shout for her when you can clearly see that she's not in the tent, but you know. You do you, Nancy.
The radio doesn't have any power.
Radio doesn't have any power.
1, 2, 3, testing.
Yeah, nobody can hear you because the radio
Nancy,
doesn't have power.
welcome. Use this radio to call me at this frequency, 18.305 QK.
Okay, so when we get the radio working, we need to call Quigley. Frass puzzle will be here. Good old Frass. This analyzer
Wonder what this thing
machine.
does.
Okay.
Must be Dr. Kim's notes. Phew, looks like Greek to me.
Environmental analysis table. I wish we could just grab that now and skip having to go back and
Interesting
forth.
walk.
And then we need to find the recorder out here.
A tape recorder. There's a tape in it. Looks like it needs to be rewound.
And if you really wanted, you could create an alternative reality where an old palace of a royal family was converted to be a specialized hotel. Bam, history. There you go. That sounds cool. Even subpar Nancy Drew games are good, at least in some ways. Exactly. Yep. I am very much under the impression that even a poor Nancy Drew game compared to the other Nancy Drew games is still a very good video game overall. I think they're all still amazing games. There's none that I wouldn't recommend to people. Even though there are some that I think definitely could have been executed better.
I'm Dr. Quigley Kim, and this is an oral record of my activities on the Big Island, beginning with today, March 11th. Hopefully, I'll remember to use this thing every day, but I much prefer writing things down. And frankly, I don't care much for hearing myself on tape. It makes me sound very nasal for some strange reason. Of course, this whole recording thing was my father's idea. I mean, just because he always kept an oral journal when he was in the field, he automatically assumed I'd want to, too. So he practically forced me to... There I go again. Well, at least with this thing, when I start digressing, I can just push this button and...
Aloha, Juan
Already,
Peña.
I'm forgetting to use this thing. Okay, now it's March 15th. My camp's all set up and my equipment's all ready to go. So tomorrow, I'm gonna start rigging frass traps. I probably should have started doing that today, but I spent the whole morning observing a colony of feral bees. Man, I hope somebody answers the ad my mentor placed in that newsletter. If she could get me an assistant, I could spend the whole day observing whatever insect I want. Oh, would that be cool or what? March 19th. This has never happened to me before, ever. But when I was out checking traps in the jungle today, I got the weirdest feeling that I was being watched. I mean, it was broad daylight, and I didn't see anybody or hear anything, but I just suddenly got this creepy feeling that I wasn't alone. Then, after about 3 minutes, it went away. It was just weird.
Aloha, HP Hippogriff. Welcome to the
It's
stream.
March 24th. For the past 2 days now, I've heard this very odd humming sound coming from way deep in the jungle. Okay, to be honest, it sounds more like whispering. 1 minute it's there, next minute it's gone. And I have no idea what's causing it. I don't even have a theory as to what's causing it. I hate that. It's March 28th. Great news. Actually, lots of great news. I just got done with my initial frass jar content analysis, and it looks like something really strange is going on with the Norsa beta odorata larvae around here. Once I run these numbers through my formula machine, which I'm retrieving from my trunk even as I speak, once I run these numbers, I'll know for sure. And I'm getting an assistant. Somebody named Nancy Drew has agreed to fly out here for a couple of weeks and work for me, which means I'm on the verge of fame, fortune, and free labor. Woohoo! Is life good or what?
The only thing I can watch is the misalignment of the recorder. Oh my goodness. You're so right, I hadn't noticed that. Aloha, Jessica. Welcome to the stream. Totally understand Wi-Fi problems. That's a good point,
Tape
Friday
ran
Lambda.
out. What was that? I sure hope Dr. Kim is okay.
And yeah, slightly respected. I do love the museum mysteries. I feel like we should always learn something from the Nancy Drew mysteries. Yesterday, my dad was telling me, because my mom was, like, cleaning out the basement, and she was wearing a mask to not get sick from hantavirus. And my dad told me that, and I was like, oh, I know what hantavirus is because of Nancy Drew, Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. And he was just kind of like, good for you. I was like, yes, thank you. The game also taught me Roman numerals. So Nancy Drew games have a lot of functional...
A solar panel. Looks like this is what powers the radio. Some of the photovoltaic cells are missing.
Functional applicable skills. So, we got the code to this chest here, the blee blah blue thing that we heard on the recording. Let's see. That's blah, blow, blue, blah, bleh, blee. Blah, bleh, blee, blah, blow, blue. Blee. Blah, bleh. Which one was blah? Blah, 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 blah. Blue? Nice. What qualifications does Nancy have to do bug stuff? Literally none. Didn't she just graduate high school? Don't she need a degree for this stuff? Apparently not for an unpaid intern. But Quigley apparently doesn't have very high standards. That's a good question, Ray Marie. She does a lot of volunteer work. Perpetual freshman in college, I'm afraid. That would be awful.
Craven. IQ of 182. Maintains blog.
Maintains blog at I Am a Genius. Least likely to ever play well with others.
Solar power.
Exactly what interns do. Exactly, Golden Moon. I always tell my Quiz Bowl team to play Nancy Drew. All your fun facts and random knowledge comes from the games. Exactly, Grace. She's paid in experience. Oof. Such an intern answer.
Area code 312. Chicago, maybe?
So we can call that number. In the middle of the jungle. We have great cell phone reception.
LifeWorks Biochem? Dr. Kim, you're finally calling?
No, my name is Nancy Drew.
How did you get this number?
Well, you see, Hello? Hello?
Drat. I've never chosen that option before. I thought maybe they would just be like, oh, are you like her assistant or something? Guess not.
Okay, what else do we have in this trunk? A security pass for the Healy Healy Research Center. Maybe someone there knows where Dr. Kim is.
Okay, so we'll take that, and then we can take the rig thingamabobber so we can get our Jeep unstuck. The first game said she took off a semester to visit her aunt, and later she disguises as a high school student, so that would indicate she's a college freshman. Yeah, she's supposed to be 18. So she's like that age of a college freshman. Of most college freshmen, at least. Who hasn't taken classes in years.
There, it's out of the ditch.
We're free. Now we can go to the Healy Healy and get yelled at. Yay. Nancy has signal in the damn jungle, and I can't even get one bar at my house. It's just not fair, is it, Jessica? Not fair at all. She's also really good at driving through the jungle, apparently.
State your business, please.
Hi, listen, I found this pass, and I wondered if...
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to ask you to put your hands up.
Put my hands up?
Zippy,
Who
what?
are you? Where did you get that pass?
Which question would you like me to answer first?
That pass was not issued to you. Now where did you get it?
I found it.
Where?
There's no need to shout, okay? I mean, you don't even know who I am.
All right then, who are you?
My name is Nancy Drew. I'm Dr. Kim's temporary research assistant. Today's my first day. Are you...
I'm Malachi Craven, of course. I'm the head of this facility. Now explain yourself.
I have that pass because when I arrived, Dr. Kim's base camp was all torn up and I couldn't find her anywhere. So I went searching through her stuff for something that might tell me where she is. I thought that since she had that pass, someone here could tell me where she is.
Well, you thought wrong. And for your information, that pass was reported missing. She probably stole it weeks ago.
You think Dr. Kim stole it?
Oh, use your brain! This is a private research facility with highly restricted access. Of course she stole it.
All right, that's enough.
Excuse me?
You're jumping all over me when the only thing I did to you was tell you the truth. I know who you are, Dr. Craven. I know you're an incredibly gifted scientist whose work has never been fully appreciated. In fact, as an amateur horticulturist, I would give anything to know what you're doing with the plants in here. But being a genius does not give you the right to be rude.
Oh, I'm sorry, young lady. Everything you just said is quite correct. The genius part rings particularly true. How do you know about me?
Jesus, Craven, stop yelling. No kidding.
Internet, mostly. Your blog is awesome.
That's true, too. If you're interested in horticulture, why are you assisting an entomologist?
Yeah, Friday Lambda. I remember those too. We'll have to see if we can do those.
Well, bugs and plants do kind of go hand in hand. And when I heard there was a free round-trip ticket to Hawaii involved...
Smart girl.
What makes you think Dr. Kim stole that security pass?
That was just my temper talking. I obviously have no reason to suspect the good doctor of any criminal activity whatsoever.
Have you ever met Dr. Kim?
Possibly. I don't honestly remember. From what I've read about her research, I have no real desire to meet her, quite frankly.
She's very good at schmoozing, isn't she, Jessica?
I'm in desperate need of some photovoltaic cells so I can repair a solar panel back at camp. And I know you're a big proponent of solar energy, so could you by any chance spare me, say, 9 cells?
Tell you what, I'll give you all the cells you need after you harvest at least a dozen seeds from those plants down there. They represent an extremely promising cultivar that I've hybridized. Unfortunately, I've developed some kind of allergy to them, so that just being in the same room with them has me scratching like a dog at a flea circus. My getting seeds from them is out of the question. But since you're here, you can do it. Just pick a few pods, pop them open, and put only viable seeds into the container. To know what I mean by viable, just read the notes that I left down there.
Oh, that's good to know, Friday Lambda. Thank you.
No problem.
Good. Bring me 12 viable seeds, and those cells are yours.
Can do.
I'd love to see what's in that pocket, but if Dr. Craven caught me snooping in his things...
The subtitles actually said ouch, Nancy, so you should have said ouch, not hoo. Not like you had a chill. I love the look of the lab. The lab does look very cool. And I like the weird sort of music and ambient noise down here. Seed notes. Viable seeds have a rich brown color and a distinctive white splotch. And we need 12 of them, it looks like. Okay, 1. 2. 3. Nope. Kind of funny that this is a puzzle. Aloha, Scanlan. Welcome. Finally in time to watch the beginning of the stream. Ooh, playing Xbox at the same time. Nice. What are you playing, Scanlan? Ooh, this was a good one. Lots and lots of seeds. I love the noise they make when they pop open. Pop. Nancy should be counting for me, right?
12 viable seeds, I hope.
So Dr. Craven, this girl who's very young, walks in your research facility having no experience in plants or bugs, and you make her harvest seeds from a rare plant. Just because he has allergies.
That doesn't fit.
Can look at some other stuff. Shows how plants go towards the light. This is a pretty, reactive plant, though. WWE 2K16. Nice. A wrestling game. She knows he's a genius. She must be smart, Jessica. Exactly. She knew he was... Ooh. It's a mandrake. Ew. People are always making Nancy Drew things she has no experience in. This is true. She is a woman of many talents. In the words of Yzma, it's brilliant, brilliant, brilliant! Genius, I say!
Finished?
Finished.
Very good. These will do just fine. And so, as I promised, instruct Olson to put a box of A3 photovoltaic cells into Miss Drew's vehicle as soon as possible.
Right away, Dr. Craven.
Unfortunately, even after I've destroyed those little green devils, I'm told it'll be some time before this itching stops.
I've heard that bathing in oatmeal and baking soda helps relieve itching.
I was prescribed an antihistamine, but I'm afraid taking it will make me too sleepy to get any work done.
Any chance you could give me a tour of this place?
None whatsoever. This is a private facility. I'm under no obligation to put my work on display or explain what I'm doing to anyone, except my employer, of course.
Who's that?
He'd rather I not say. Look here, Nancy. You're obviously familiar with me and my previous accomplishments, so I know how exciting all this must be for you, but I'm simply not at liberty to discuss my current project, though it is truly spectacular. Sorry.
I still need to find Dr. Kim, so I'd better go.
By all means, farewell.
Yes, Jessica, I'll do my best to get the deaths and everything. I feel like there aren't too many in this game, weirdly enough. Her resume must be quite impressive, right? Her, like, skills list is probably so long. In addition to just her basic detective skills, she's picked up so many random other skills. I hope Dr. Craven isn't related to Wes Craven. I do not know who Wes Craven is.
Hey, no one's allowed out here unless they're wearing a protective suit.
Oops.
Can I just keep going in?
Hey, no one's allowed out here unless they're wearing a protective suit.
Yeah, just a little egotistical, slightly respected.
Hey, no one's allowed out here unless they're wearing a protective suit.
Oops.
Aloha, Amanda. Welcome to the stream. Getting breakfast and steaming some tea. Ooh, yum. What's for breakfast? I had a blueberry muffin this morning. I'll look them up for you 1 second. Nice, thank you. Her saves on animation. Also her. Animates random plants moving. Truth. Ooh, and working on some Sims 4 videos. Yes, we love The Sims. We love The Sims. I am so curious what the next expansion pack is going to be. Because we're almost done. We've basically finished all the voting for the stuff pack, and we know that that's coming out after the expansion pack, which means the expansion pack has to be coming out soon. Very excited for that.
Where these cells go must have something to do with the numbers on them.
So basically, what does it add up to? We got 8, 16, 19, 26, 30. So it has to add up to 30. So this is 11, 14, 19, 28. So this would be 2. And then, how about this one? 18, 19, 22, 26. So this would be 4. Ooh, gluten-free breakfast sandwich. Excellent. That sounds delicious. 2 ways to game over, and all 4 deaths are literally during the end game challenge. That's why I didn't think that there were that many. That's so interesting. Currently working and listening to this stream, but it's 7 p.m. here. Oh my goodness. Good multitasking, Golden Moon. 10 plus 13, 23, 25. That would be 5. 17, 18, 25, 27. And then, let's see, 7, 16, 22, 29. 7, 15, 17, 21, 9. Okay, 10, 15, plus 7 is 22, so 8. And then 8, 16, 22, 23, 7, and 6.
There, it's working.
Beautiful. You math, I'm allergic. Love it. Right? I can't wait to find out more about the expansion pack, especially since it's something that's never been done in The Sims before. Right. There's been rumors that it could be a farming pack, which is something that they've never done before. So it's... I would be okay with that, honestly. I'm so curious. As for the game overs, they're doing that special section of the Healy Healy. Yes, I've definitely gotten that game over before, just by virtue of not being very good at that puzzle.
Still no power.
Oh, I have to lift up the solar panel. I knew that. Get my hook attached to the solar panel, and up we go. Hoist! How did you get into playing these games? Good question, Slightly Respected. I was gifted when I was like 9 years old from my aunt. She gifted me the final scene in Ghost Dogs of Moon Lake. And I tried to play them when I was 9, and they were just a little bit too hard for me at that point because I didn't know about hints and stuff. And then I retried them at 11 and absolutely fell in love from that point on. So my aunt introduced them to me. They are the best. A couple of the Sims videos are Nance related. One's a house I built for a family from the original Broken Locket, and the other is the Hardy house. Oh, cool. Aloha, Forever Insane. Welcome. The thumbnail for your last stream is a pic of my cat doing a derp face. Howdy, by the way. Howdy, howdy. A farming pack would be great for Shadow Ranch builds. Yes, it's true. That's so funny that that's the thumbnail. Forever Insane. I didn't know that. The stream wanted to see my cat. Who am I to say no? Some other hobbies you have other than the games. I love hiking. I love to read. Sims is obviously another big hobby of mine, and I'm really into yoga. I really enjoy doing yoga. Those are some of my other hobbies. I do also enjoy like baking and cooking periodically. Stuff like that. You have to wonder why Dr. Kim didn't just give us her phone number, right? That would make sense.
Power. That helps.
And then I think it was 18305, wasn't it? 1 18 3. Yeah, she is a great aunt. I think that's what it was, wasn't it? Did I write it down?
This is Nancy Drew calling Dr. Quigley Kim. Dr. Kim, are you there?
Quigley, Kim. Nancy, is that you?
Yes, I've been worried about you.
I'm in a hurry to meet you, too.
I've been worried about you. Your camp is a mess. Someone ransacked it.
Well, as you are unpacked, move out here.
Where exactly are you?
You can find me at Big Beaver Rock. The exact location is northeast 4 hours, by west 5 degrees 1 minute.
Could you please repeat that?
Oh, and be sure to bring my...
Dr. Kim, I can barely hear you. Could you repeat those coordinates, please?
I rarely get you eat. Over now.
No, wait! I still don't know where you are! Dr. Kim! Nancy Drew, calling Dr. Quigley Kim. Come in, please. Oh, great. All I heard was Green Trigger Rock or something. How am I supposed to figure out where that is?
That's so cool, Slightly Respected, that you play the game with your moms. That's amazing. Your math is right on cue with me. When I had 3 brain damage, part of my brain was affected during my surgery. Oh my goodness, traumatic brain injuries are rough. That makes sense that math would be so much trickier. Love the radio puzzle. You and your sister would mess around until we got Nancy to say breaker, breaker 19. Talk to me. That's great. Oh my goodness, barbecue chicken nuggets and mac and cheese. That sounds so good. Yum. All right, well, we got to call the Hardy Boys, and then they're going to figure out where Green Trigger Rock is for us. /3 Finger
Hello?
Rock.
Hi, Joe. It's Nancy.
Hey, Nancy, what's going on?
Well, after I finally got Big Island Mike to give me the keys to the car Dr. Kim had arranged for me, I started driving.
Whoa. So what did Dr. Kim say when you told her somebody or something had torn up her camp?
Frankly, I'm not sure she heard me. The radio connection we had was really bad. In fact, she rattled off the coordinates of where she is now so I could plug them into my GPS, but all I heard was north 19 degrees 20-something. I think she said she was at Green Trigger Rock, but I could be wrong about that, too. I don't suppose you'd happen to have a map of the island, would you?
No, but I'll keep my eyes open. Maybe I'll even ask Big Island Mike. I'm still waiting for a chance to do some snooping around his desk.
Well, if you find out anything, give me a call. Remember, what Dr. Kim said sounded like Green Trigger Rock.
Green Trigger Rock. Will do. Are you going to be able to get back here with the bridge washed out like that?
No, but I'll be okay. That bridge is the least of my worries. I'll talk to you later, okay?
Bye.
Alright, so now we're playing as Joe, and we have this fun, like, light wood to distinguish between playing as Joe and Nancy. What do you guys think about playing as other characters? Does it add to the game for you? Like, if it is in a game and you get to play as different characters, is that something where you're like, wow, I think this makes the game better? For me, it's always just been kind of neutral. Like, I mean, it's fine, but I definitely don't need it in a game to be happy with it, but I'm curious what you other detectives think. Could drive around and there can't be that many places where a wacky bug doctor could be. This is true. All about detective games. Been obsessed with unsolved mysteries like Zodiac and Jack the Ripper. Yes. Mysteries are just so amazing. Nancy would pack for lunch while being trapped in this crazy jungle. Hopefully, like, lots of non-perishable, like, sandwiches and granola bars and dried fruits and whatnot. What is Dr. Kim even eating out there? There's no food anywhere. That's true. She better have, like, some snacks with her. Trying to be healthier during quarantine, so I'm making baked sweet potato fries and salad. Oh, yum. I love sweet potato fries. Nancy could drive around the jungle shouting, "Here, buggy, buggy, buggy." That would totally work.
Hey, what's up?
Think you could explain this try it and trade it system of yours again?
Real simple. Over at the necklace making table, there's pictures of the different necklaces you can make out of shells, okay? You collect shells, you make something, you turn it in, you get whatever the picture says it's worth in Big Island bucks. You get enough Big Island bucks, you can buy some fishing gear and bait. You go fishing, you catch something, you turn it in, you get paid what it's worth. The better the bait you buy, the bigger the fish you catch, and the more Big Island bucks you get. The more Big Island bucks you get, the more stuff you can do in here. You see, a never-ending circle of fun. Everybody wins.
I see, Friday Lambda. So are there certain games that you think do it better than others? You think it does? You like playing as other characters? It's interesting if the character has his or her own story arc, like Bess in Legend of the Crystal Skull. Not crazy about the different inventories. Hello, by the way, Sylvia puppy sticker. Only make a character the player controls, takes away believably. I like playing as other characters, but only if it's like one person and not like 30 different characters. So like not Alibi and Ashes. Neutral. In Alibi, there's some variation in how the different characters are treated. That's true. I do enjoy that. Love playing as the other characters. In your other favorite game series, Zelda, I love switching between characters. It adds to the experience. Sure, sure. Makes sense for the game. It's fine, but I don't care either way, to be honest. Sure. Only problem with Alibi's idea is a neat concept, but its practice is actually very unbalanced. I could see that. Like what Alibi did, but I wished different have to switch to Nancy to switch. Oh yeah, I see what you mean. Like if it was easier to switch between them. Interesting thoughts.
Especially you, right? Since you get to keep everything we trade in?
Hey, the more money I bring in, the less I gotta charge customers like you. You can put the shells you find in here.
Said no business ever. The more money I bring in, the less money I have to charge my customers. Lies. Nobody does that, Big Island Mike.
Whenever you're ready to turn something in, necklace, fish, whatever, go see Pua, not me. She's in charge of doling out the Big Island bucks.
Such a charlatan.
Are you familiar with a place in the jungle around here called Green Trigger Rock or something like that?
Never heard of it. And I know this island better than anybody. So if I haven't heard of it, trust me, there's no such place.
You're always in here working. Don't you ever get out and enjoy paradise yourself?
Well, if somebody'd catch me 6 ulua, I'd have an excuse to drive them into the market in Hilo, and on the way back, do a little body surfing at this great little beach I know.
I'm game. What are ulua?
Big shorefish, real good eating. Just so happens I got their favorite food right here.
Well, get ready to take a little time off, big guy, because I am on it.
Crystal Skull is one of the closest. Need a little more usage out of Bess. Yeah, that makes sense. Ooh.
Whoa, earthquake!
Whoa, earthquake. First time I played Alibi, Ned did 90% of the work. Yeah. It's kind of fun that you can choose who does more of the work. I think the first time I played it, George ended up doing almost everything. Ransom of the Seven Chips Crystal Skull would be my faves because you love playing Bess and George and Frank and Joe and other games in the series. Sure. You can play the entire game as Ned and only use Bess for Tony. George is pretty much useless. Yeah, exactly. It's like you have to give George something to do, otherwise she doesn't get to do anything. If you like unsolved mysteries, I suggest looking up the Tamam Shud case. Ooh. Alibi's unbalanced because Ned is by default the best character to use. George is useless and Bess is good because Tony likes her. Truth. True.
Hey, Joe. Ready for another lesson?
Still recovering from the last one.
You did swallow a lot of water out there.
Well, I'm sure Frank swallowed a lot of water the first couple of times you took him out, right?
Actually, Frank's doing okay. He hasn't come off his board once. Of course, that might change when he actually stands up on it.
Frank hasn't stood up yet?
Oops, I probably shouldn't have said that. Look, how about we change the subject?
You feel the earthquake?
Yeah, wasn't that great?
You actually enjoy earthquakes?
I love earthquakes. It's like standing up on a big, huge roller coaster.
You're not concerned about the damage they do?
What good does being concerned do? Look, until somebody figures out a way to stop earthquakes, they're gonna happen. So I say, why not enjoy them?
Are Frank and I your only pupils right now?
Pretty much. You guys are the only excursions Dad's got going this week. I coach some local kids, but they've got finals.
Yeah, Bess cannot talk to Alexi.
Ever wish your dad had chosen some other way to make a living?
Heck no. I mean, we don't live in a mansion or anything, but we got food, we got clothes. Dad gets to show off his island, and I get to surf. Far as I'm concerned, we got everything we need.
Right, Jessica? And the texture's so weird.
How come I've never heard you say anything about your mom?
She died when I was 10.
Oh, shoot, I'm sorry.
That's okay. You didn't know. Besides, Dad wanted to keep me busy, so he taught me how to surf. Something my mom was always dead set against. He also quit working for the pineapple company and went into business for himself. She wouldn't have liked that either. So everything kind of turned out for the best.
She has me. I talked to your manager here.
What do you think about all this Kane Okala stuff?
I'd rather not say. You'd laugh.
So you believe he's real?
Look, first the Healy Center closes its doors to visitors and gets real secretive about what it's doing up there. Then something goes wrong with the pineapple crop. Coincidence? I don't think so. I mean, Kane Okala has shown up before when somebody endangered the islands. Why shouldn't I believe that he's back?
He showed up before? When?
My dad said that after the attack on Pearl Harbor in 1941, people saw Kane Okala all over the place, including my grandfather. You gonna call my grandfather a liar?
I'm saying that sometimes people, especially superstitious people, sometimes they see what they want to see.
Well, I'm not the least bit superstitious, and I swear to you, I have seen Kane Okala. Now, Amscray, I gotta work.
Why did she get, like, so mad about it? I just don't like Pua. Is that just me, or is Pua really annoying? She does have the Karen haircut. It also kind of looks like a wig. It does. It looks like it's just, like, floating right on top of her skull. Works fairly well for Tony, but you can see Bess. Yeah, it's interesting because you almost need a certain character for each other character. Do we even have any bait? I guess we have Zippy's worms. So now Zippy does calling cards and bait. She's bald underneath. Welcome back, Chloe. Welcome back to the island. You're back for the most exciting part of the mystery. I have to catch 6 fish now.
1 Ulua down, 5 to go.
And the bobber just like sits there for forever. So much fishing. Oops. Oh, thanks for the subscription, Chloe. Thank you so much. This is the last game that has non-full screen capabilities. Though, I think once we start playing White Wolf of Icicle Creek, the notifications will
Oh, yeah.
not be there anymore. That's so amazing. I can't believe this channel has over 350 subscribers now. You guys are so incredible. It's so fun playing these games with other people who love them too. I just don't have that in my personal life. Like, nobody else understands how amazing they are. So thank you for being such amazing fellow detectives.
Come to Papa.
Aloha, Adam. Welcome to the stream. Her did him injustice by making him disappear at the end of out of laziness, right? Like, where did Ned go? They didn't even bother making a model for Ned. It's so sad. Ned gets no love. You love fishing in the games? That's good, Jessica. I'm so glad. Like, it genuinely makes me happy that people like parts of these games that I'm not a huge fan of. You need at minimum 31 Big Island bucks to beat the game. Oof. Oof. That's a lot of Big Island bucks. At least we're getting some, like, extra fish to help get us some money. What day and time are you gonna play White Wolf of Icicle Creek? We're currently working on a Friday and Sunday stream schedule. So Friday afternoons, when I'm done with work, I start, and it's usually been around like 1-ish. And then Sunday mornings. So since White Wolf of Icicle Creek is the next one, that would be probably Friday afternoon this week. Let me tell you, Ned disappears, yes, but George appears out of nowhere while she's supposed to be at Nancy's house the whole time, right? Like, where were you, George? Slacking. Off doing something. Oh my goodness, I just realized I'm gonna have to play Fox and Geese on stream. Oh, Fox and Geese is so hard. Went fishing as a lot as a kid, so I think I appreciate the fishing in the games because it's nostalgic. Sure, I get that. My dad is a fish scientist, so I also went fishing a lot as a kid.
I blew that.
Oop, missed that one. Whale Driat. She gets a new model to boot when Ned hasn't had any, right? George and Bess have had so many makeovers, and Ned has 0. Big Island Bucks are just a ripoff of Paw Pennies. What's more frustrating, Big Island Bucks or Paw Pennies? Okay, that's 4 Alua. What's your dream job or field to work in? I do enjoy the job that I have right now. I work as a speech therapist. But like when I was a kid, I always thought more adventure type jobs would have been super fun. Like being a paleontologist, I think would have been so cool. Or being an archaeologist, being a marine biologist, just jobs where you get to like go to all these cool places and learn about animals and history. Stuff like that would be so cool. But I wanted to pursue a more practical job, so that's why I'm currently working as a speech therapist. In an elementary school. Sorry for the typos, I was mad. Totally understandable, Golden Moon. Both are illegal forms of currency. This is true. You know cheats for everything, Friday Lambda. Oh my goodness. You have to come to the White Wolf of Icicle Creek stream so you can help me not have to do Fox and Geese. That will literally be 2 hours of the stream. I could still understand you, exactly. Big Island Bucks are more annoying because at least you can randomly find paw pennies around the farmhouse. That's true. You can't, however, find Big Island Bucks anywhere. I do like the sounds of the ocean waves, too. This would be a fun, like, screensaver. If you could just have the ocean waves going over and over again. At least with paw pennies, there are glitches. Truth. Truth. Ned doesn't have a models because he's not real. That's true. He's just a robot. Oh, come on, Joe. We've confirmed this. NED. The Nancy encouraging device. He doesn't get a model because he's actually an AI. You can't skip it, but you can help me beat it faster. Well, that still sounds very valuable, Friday Lambda. I know how to win it, but it takes me a long time. Having to dance in a cat suit for money was interesting, right? It just seems like very out of place for Nancy.
Ooh, number 6. That ought to do it.
Like, she's never done anything like that before, and just for like the vibes of the games and everything, it just seems weird. Does that explain why his description is so similar to Frank? Truth. In between jobs that I've been trying to get in for an electrician apprenticeship. That's amazing. I think those are such great jobs, honestly. What do you do as a speech therapist? So I work with children in grades K through 5, and I work with kids that have communication disorders, which could be a variety of different things. Maybe they aren't able to say their speech sounds at the same level as their peers. Maybe they have a hard time acquiring language at the same level as their peers. I work with kids who stutter, things like that. So any kind of communication disorder, any kind of disorder that makes it difficult for kids to communicate. I work with lots of kids with autism, working with social skills and communication, stuff like that. So right now we're doing distance learning. Poor Frank gets ignored in favor of an imaginary boyfriend. Crazy.
Joe, what are you doing here? You should be out there surfing. Pua says you're a natural.
She does? Oh, come on. She probably says that about all her students.
No, she doesn't. In fact, I can't repeat what she says about some of them. So, how'd you like that earthquake?
Frankly, it was kind of scary.
Got my heart going, that's for sure. Pele must be mad about something.
Pele?
Hawaiian goddess of fire. Her home is in Kilauea Volcano. When she's mad, she makes the ground shake. When she's really mad, she sends lava down the mountain to gobble up her enemies.
You mean you've got Kane Okala and Pele running around wreaking havoc out there?
Compared to Pele, Kane Okala is a noisy little fly. He's nothing. But enough about Pele. Go, get outside. You're in paradise. Enjoy.
That's a good point, Friday Lambda. I might just need to watch some tutorials to, like, make it go faster. Yes, incomplete name. I do work with school psychologists. That's also a great job.
How long have you been in this business?
5 years, give or take. Pua's idea. She saw this whole extreme vacation thing coming. I thought she was Popule, but turns out she was right. We've been making money since day one. My daughter is one smart wahine.
Ray-Marie, you need you don't need a bachelor's in communication sciences and disorders, but it's pretty helpful to have a bachelor's in communication sciences and disorders. And then my job actually requires a master's degree in order to practice. So then you do have to go to grad school for speech-language pathology. It's either labeled as CSD, communication sciences and disorders, or speech-language pathology, SLP. It's got a lot of acronyms.
Raising a daughter all by yourself must have been pretty hard.
Yeah, it wasn't easy, that's for sure. She was a handful, but then she started surfing. And look at her, she's a champ. Future's as bright as they come.
Turned into your basic all-around good kid, huh?
With Pua, what you see is what you get. Just wants to surf. And be the best in the world while she's at it.
I feel like it probably will, Chloe. I hate to say it, but I think it will take another 4 years. Maybe more, who knows?
Those fish you wanted me to catch? Well, here they are. What do you think?
Hey, you did it! Wasn't sure you were ready for them, but looks like I'm gonna have to stock the store with Ulua bait from now on. Tell Pua as soon as I'm done here, I'm driving up to Hilo. Last I saw, she was still trying to teach Frank how to surf. Your brother's a slow learner, huh?
Welcome to my world, Mr. Mapu. Have a nice drive.
Ouch. The Frank shade. Okay, so Big Island Mike is off, which is good. So now he's out of his office. I want to get some Big Island bucks from Pua for my fish.
What's going on?
Trade you these fish for some Big Island bucks.
Let's see what you've got. Looking good. There you go. Okay, what else?
What else do you like to do besides surf?
Nothing.
Aw, come on. You like to ride motorcycles? Go to wild parties? Pig out on shave ice? Tell me.
I surf till it gets too dark. I come home, I eat, I go to bed, I get up, I surf till I gotta start teaching, I help my dad. That's it. That's my life.
An adrenaline freak like you never does anything wild and crazy?
I get all the kicks I'll ever need out there on my board.
See you around the campus.
Book 'em, Dano.
That's a good question, Luna. My grad school experience was actually very intense. Grad school for speech language pathology is essentially med school from the diaphragm up. Because with my degree, I'm also able to work with adults in hospitals. So if I wanted to, I could go work in a hospital right this very second and work with adults who have had strokes or traumatic brain injuries. I could work in a skilled nursing facility with adults with dementia or aphasia or swallowing disorders. So it's really like they have to cram a lot of information into 2 years. So grad school for speech language pathology is actually really, really intensive. Imagine med school just smushed into 2 years from the diaphragm up. We'd better get a better game. Exactly. Yeah, if we have to wait that long, we better. Oh, you have some SLP major friends. That's awesome. I bet they're all women, and they're probably all type A. That's kind of the speech vibe. Why can I write comments on my laptop, but... Oop, it scrolled up. But then they don't show up in chat when I post them in the chat, but it works on my PC. That's weird. Interesting. I don't know, Friday Lambda. I do like working with kids, Ray Marie. It can be a really rewarding job for sure. It has its challenges, but it does... There's a lot of great things that come from it, so yeah. I don't think Pua ever smiles, right? I just don't like Pua. Frank threw shade on Joe on last turn. Guess it was Joe's turn. This is true. Gotta balance the shade. Ended up dropping out of college to do my demons, but now I've got them under control. I want to do something with my hands. I was in school for engineering. That's awesome. Yeah, I think those kinds of jobs are often a lot more like...
at last.
Just, like, I don't know. There's something really valuable about being able to do something with your hands. Totally. I was trying to watch on my laptop and it refused to show anyone's comments the whole time when I was writing. Oh my goodness, weird. Huh, that's so strange. Trying to push into the trades. That's great, Slightly Respected. I really hope that goes well for you. I think that's amazing. That is so weird. There's this statue that first showed up in Stay Tuned for Danger, like the Golden Globe that Maddie gets. 3-5 delivery
March
from JK.
5th. Delivery from JK, exclamation point, exclamation point. Wonder who or what JK is.
Okay, key to the closet, it looks like.
So, if I were Green Trigger Rock, where would I be? Wait a minute. 3 Finger Rock. That's what that bug doctor must have said. 3 Finger Rock. I'd better call Nancy with these coordinates.
You have reached Nancy Drew, who is currently unavailable. At the tone, please leave a message.
Hey, Nance, good news. I figured out that Dr. Kim isn't at Green Trigger Rock. She's at 3 Finger Rock. The coordinates are north 19 degrees, 24 hours, 42 minutes, by west 155 degrees, 9 hours, 1 minute. Gosh, I'm good.
Gosh, I'm good.
Hey!
Oh! Oh, ouch. Oh, poor Joe.
Hey, Nance, good news. I figured out that Dr. Kim isn't at Green Trigger Rock. She's at 3 Finger Rock. The coordinates are north 19 degrees, 24 hours, 42 minutes, by west 155 degrees, 9 hours, 1 minute. Gosh, I'm good.
Thank you, Joe.
Ooh, one of your SLP friends is a guy. Good for him. Our field currently has literally like 1% men. So we need a lot more guy speech therapists. That's amazing. They're both very weird. I like weirdos. Yes, weirdos for the win. Huh. Thanks everyone for helping Friday Lambda with the weird comment stuff. That's so interesting. The hours for blue collar work so much more. It's like 6 to 2 usually. It's awesome. You beat the traffic. Yes, that's amazing. And like honestly, those kinds of jobs we need so much more of, especially now and just all the time. That's always a valuable career. A lot of the honors psychology majors I'm studying with are women. The field is disproportionately skewed towards girls, but luckily we are getting more males to balance it out. Yeah, exactly. It's so nice to have a balance, especially when you're working with kids. Like, it's just nice to be able for kids to have both men and women to be able to relate to. 19, 24, 42. Really want to play Stay Tuned for Danger and the First Secrets Can Kill, but since the game is so old, I won't be able to play it on your computer. Oh, that stinks. English education major. Nice. That's what my fiance does. He's an English teacher. It's kind of uncommon to have speech friends when you're not a health science major. Sure, sure. Joe got hit right on the face, right? Like, he probably broke his nose. Sorry for all my spelling. I get super self-conscious in online chats due to my dyslexia and concussions. Oh, don't get self-conscious at all. That's totally fine, slightly respected. I know exactly what you're trying to say. And it's so nice to see your comments in chat. Pretty much shows the people who talk the most, while live chat shows what everyone is saying. Right. Alright, we found 3-finger rock, which honestly looks like a big foot with 3 fingers. Not a hand.
What is that sound?
See, like, this is supposed to be the scare factor in this game. Like the whispering in the woods. I mean, I like it. It's good for ambience. But nothing else. Might as well just collect these while I can. I do like walking through the forest. It's very pretty. Banana plants. I love bananas. Bananas might be my favorite fruit, honestly. Because you can just eat them with so many different things. They're just the right amount of sweet. Peanut butter banana smoothies are my jam. So you need to first get all 6 colored bags. Okay, perfect. 3-toe rock, right? It is not a fingers. Okay, Nancy's collecting frass even though she doesn't know about frass yet, but that's fine. Hello?
Hello? Are you Dr. Cam?
Yes, your timing couldn't be better. Nancy Drew, I presume?
You're Dr. Kim?
Please. Just call me Quigley. Hearing someone call me Dr. Kim makes me think of my father. He was a herpetologist. He collected snakes, whereas I, from a very young age, collected insects, a hobby which he wholeheartedly endorsed. Of course, this was because he was secretly feeding my insects to his snakes. And to this day, I hate snakes. There are no snakes in Hawaii, you know. No native species, at least. Nuts. If you're going to work for me, you cannot let this happen.
What? What happened?
In case you hadn't noticed, I'm totally off subject here. I have a very bad habit of digressing. So from here on out, it's your job to keep me on task and focused. Understood?
Okay.
Good. Now, I'm roped into this tree so I can observe a nest of parasitic wasps. I believe it's a nest of Pristomeris hawaiianus, but Hymenoptera aren't really my thing, so I could be wrong. As you know, I'm much more interested in Lepidoptera, the larva of which many wasps prey upon. Specifically, I'm studying Norsabeta odorata, which, interestingly enough, are carnivores themselves. Now, to my knowledge, the ichneumoniid wasps I'm observing do not parasitize the larva of the Norsabeta, although Nancy, I'm digressing here, am I not?
That's so frustrating, slightly respected. It's so annoying that there's still stereotypes about what jobs men and women should have. Like, that just should not matter. Sorry you have to deal with that. After that, use one of the 6 bags in the microscope. Okay, cool. I don't like bananas. They have a bad aftertaste. I love banana chips, though. Basically dry bananas. I have had banana chips before, and those are good. Just type in the solution from a guide or walkthrough. Do I have the solution written down? Huh, I might not have the solution written down. Maybe I do? No. Okay. Might have to do that. As long as one bag is used on the scale, allows you to solve the puzzle using a guide. Okay, nice. That's good to know. Collect snakes. Ugh, I hate snakes. I would rather a snake over a spider, but I don't want a snake to sneak up on me by any means.
Oh, I'm sorry. Stop it. Right now.
Right. Well, let's get to work, shall we? Where's the clipboard?
What clipboard?
I told you to bring my clipboard when we talked on the radio.
I couldn't hear you. You kept cutting in and out.
I don't know, Nancy. You're getting off to a pretty shaky start here. The sooner you get my clipboard, the quicker we can get started.
Oh, shoot. I forgot to tell her that somebody trashed her camp. Yoo-hoo! Quigley!
I'm not coming down until you get my clipboard.
Okay, fine. We'll go back and get your clipboard. Snakes are persecuted. They're necessary in our ecosystems. This is true. It's like my unnecessary fear of spiders. I know they're necessary, but I hate them. Agree, same with spiders. Yes. Plantains are awesome. Oh, they're unsweetened bananas. I've never had a plantain before. I've seen plantains. Don't they just look like little bananas? Like little baby bananas? Essentially. Quigley annoys me so much, right? The characters in this game are not very likable. Like, it's fine if you have, like, one frustrating character, because then they add a nice mix to the game, but when all of them are annoying, I don't know. Might not be a great idea. Frass is Nancy's favorite snack. Ugh. I can't spider. Nope, nope. There was a really big one on the ceiling right outside our bedroom door the other day. Not okay. I've heard that, I think it's peppermint. Like, if you spray peppermint water, that's supposed to be a good natural way to make spiders not want to be around. So I was thinking about just going around the outside of my house and spraying peppermint water around everywhere and around all the windows. Probably would do nothing. Very big in Cuban food. Has anyone here ever eaten a bug before? Frassy detective, not a sassy detective. I love that. They're a bit bigger than bananas, at least the ones I've seen. Really? I thought they were little. Huh, that's cool. I should try a plantain sometime.
I'm back!
You've got my clipboard. Good. Let me have it. The first page is gone. Why'd you tear it off?
I didn't tear it off.
Then where is it?
I don't know.
Nancy, I asked you to get my clipboard. How could you screw up something as simple as that?
I didn't tear that page off. Whoever trashed your camp did.
Trash my camp? What are you talking about?
When I got there, your camp was a mess. It still is. It's like someone came in and just tore the place apart.
Oh.
I tried to tell you over the radio, but the transmission kept breaking up.
Well, life goes on. That missing page was critical, but fortunately, it was not irreplaceable. I'll just have to collect and analyze all the data again. Or should I say, you'll have to.
What kind of data?
You'll need to locate all my frass jars and empty each one into a color-coded baggie. Each jar will have baggies hanging nearby. Then return to my base camp, sort the contents, record your counts, run them through my formula, and report back to me.
Could you maybe repeat that?
It's all on the clipboard. Just do exactly what my notes say and you'll be fine. Don't breathe a word of this to anyone, but I'm on the verge of making a huge discovery here, Nancy. Huge! If the figure you arrive at confirms the one I arrived at yesterday, we are talking major, big-time, worldwide fame. We'll be on Oprah, late-night talk shows. Somebody might even make a movie about this. In fact, I met this producer when I was in LA last year. Well, he hasn't produced anything yet, but he has this thing about butterflies, so as you can imagine, we hit it off.
Quigley!
What?
You're digressing?
Oh, right. Well, just get going. I'll give you the whole scoop after you do that analysis. Fame and fortune await! Woohoo!
Oh my gosh, some of you have eaten bugs before. Were they good? Like, would you do it again? Arachnophobes, for sure. Oh, Afro Gamer Dude, your stomach is killing you? Oh, that's a bummer. That happens to me all the time. For me, it depends what the reason is. Sometimes having ginger tea helps a lot. Sometimes having, like, a dense carb, like crackers or piece of toast, sometimes that helps if it's more, like, nausea-related. If it's, like, cramping related, like, it's more muscular, then a heating pad or some stretches can help. And even when I have, like, nausea or, like, just feel stuffed up, the doing a lot of yoga stretches can help, too. I'm sorry your stomach hurts. That sucks. Plantains are larger and tougher than bananas with thicker skin. They may be green, yellow, or very dark brown. They're starchy, tough, and not very sweet. That's so interesting. Pepto. Yeah. I haven't eaten any bugs, but I'm open to it. I think I would if they were like, if I couldn't see that it was a bug. Like if it was covered in chocolate, maybe I would. Ooh. I would rather do the frost puzzle, Ray Marie. I think I would rather do the frost puzzle because the frost puzzle requires some skill and the monkeys do not. The monkeys require me to be very lucky. Eat ants again. A lot of them taste like crunchy lemon. Lemon? That's so weird. Oh, you're coming off a fever and a throat infection. Oh, that sucks, Afro Gamer Dude. I'm so sorry. Visually repulsed by bugs, but I don't get why people act so crazy over unusual dishes. Yeah, people are just, like, weirded out by things that they don't understand. Okay, we need to go to the other...
Note and identify proximate vegetation. Record code in analysis grid on clipboard. I'm going to have to identify the plants the traps are hanging next to? Yikes.
Yeah, if you would like to, Friday Lambda, that would actually be super helpful. I will go to Kapu Cave and get the rest of the bugs. Will anyone be super disappointed if I don't solve the frost puzzle in real time? Yeah, that's a good point, Slightly Respected. Definitely shouldn't eat anything that you don't know for sure is, like, good for humans to consume. 0533. Copy of the solution ready, available to just give you over chat. That's awesome. Thank you, Friday Lambda. I'd rather make the monkeys do the frost puzzle. There you go. I don't know. Thank you so much, Friday Lambda, for that. I don't know why I never wrote them down in my detective notebook. I guess I always just solve it in real time, so I never wrote down the solution. I love Argofump, but boy, does he like to scream. This is true. Okay, like, see, wouldn't this have been, this location, a great place for a scare factor moment with Kane Okala? Like, wouldn't that have been so cool? Aloha, my history girl. Welcome to the stream. You haven't missed too much. We're just doing our frost puzzle now.
I wonder what made them.
No, please cheat. Okay, cool. Thanks. Not at all. Go for it. Solve it as quickly as possible. Okay, good. I didn't think anyone would be like, oh man, I love watching the frost puzzle.
Wonder what the deal is with this guy. And what's with all the animals on his teeth?
Perfect. Thank you, Friday Lambda. Thoroughly understand what you intake, especially water in certain situations. Yes, exactly. I've always thought it would be so helpful to go, like, see a dietitian just to understand, because everyone has, like, certain slight intolerances to certain things, but your body, like, can do fine with them, but it's, like, not the best thing for your body to ingest, and I've just always wanted to, like, understand more about what is, like, good for me specifically, given, like, my height, my weight, and my iron and whatnot, like, all of that. I just think that would be so nice. I think that's a cool profession, too, being a dietitian. I'm trying to drink more water, too. Water's so important. The only scare factor moment is when Joe gets hit on the head, right? Yeah, wouldn't this have been a perfect place for a scare? Like, actually make Kane Okala have something. Make him a part of this mystery. They made it seem like it in the marketing. For a scare moment that should have had a man screaming when you first get to the cave. Yeah, that would have been cool. I thought you wrote everything down in your handy-dandy detective notebook. I usually do, so I'm honestly surprised that I don't have this written down. I don't think anyone likes the Frast puzzle. I have not heard of anyone liking the Frast puzzle. No one likes the Frast puzzle. You can type in all the numbers at any time. You still need to see a bag under the microscope, but the game won't stop you from writing them in.
No, the microscope lens is broken. How am I going to do all that Frast sorting stuff without a microscope? Where could I find a spare lens around here?
Alternate title to this game. Kapu Cave and Nancy needing to find alternate ways to do everything. Okay, so the lens now doesn't work, so we have to go get a new one from the Healy Healy. Yeah, I think 23andMe does do that, and that it would actually be super cool. I've always wanted to do that kind of stuff too, like the ancestry testing. That'd be super interesting. We know a fair amount about our family history, but it would be cool to see that, like, confirmed. I just wish I liked mushrooms. Oh, I love mushrooms. Oh, mushrooms are the best. I'm actually having mushroom and cheese quiche for dinner tonight.
State your business, please.
Hi, I'd like to see Dr. Craven.
Dr. Craven isn't seeing anybody right now, so just back your car up, turn around, and leave.
No, Dr. Craven will see me. Really, just call him, please.
Dr. Craven? What? The young lady who...
Dr. Craven, it's me, Nancy Drew. I know you're busy, but I really enjoyed talking to you before. Could I come in just for a few minutes?
Let her in.
Somewhat to my surprise, I find that I actually don't mind talking to you. You see, I have a niece back in Philadelphia who's just about your age. Nice girl, spunky. Insisted on majoring in English or sociology or some such drivel, but a very bright girl nonetheless. Unfortunately, her father, my brother, and I don't get along, so I don't get to see her anymore. Anyway, what can I do for you?
Ooh, least favorite puzzle of the series. Yeah, the final puzzle, I agree with Friday Lambda in Shattered Medallion, is definitely up there, and the chemical sorting puzzle in Haunting of Castle Malloy. Oof.
I need a microscope lens to complete this job Dr. Kim gave me. Only hers is broken. Do you have one I could use?
Of course, but I'm not running a charity here. If you want it, you'll have to earn it. The plants down below need to be fertilized. Think you could handle that?
You bet.
Good. Here's the key to the enclosure housing the plants I want fertilized. Don't even think about leaving before you're finished. They need to be fed now. If you make an error, it will be immediately apparent, and needless to say, I will be extremely upset.
Got it.
That's so cool, Ray Marie. Did you find the results really interesting? Was it, like, worth it? Damn, Intercom guy, you're rude. He is so rude. Yes, mushrooms are the best. A wild mushroom commonly called the puff mushroom found in England is in the fall when it starts to freeze. It will turn into a sweet texture like ice cream, but with a mushroom? That's so cool. Claddy likes to talk to us. No kidding. Aloha, Casey, England. Welcome to the stream. Okay, we have to fertilize some plants for the good old doctor. I am going to go refill my water bottle real quick, take a quick bathroom break, so I'll let you guys hang out in the lab here for just a second while I come on back. Herder, humanity's bad, right, Golden Moon? He's so judgmental. Niece that majors in English and lives in Philadelphia. It's you, Jessica. It's you. All right, everyone, I'll be right back. And we're back. But are you spunky, Jessica? Casey also majored in English and lives in Pennsylvania. He has 2 nieces. Favorite and least favorite Nancy Drew game. Favorite is Warnings at Waverly Academy. Least favorite is Midnight in Salem / Shattered Medallion. Because Midnight in Salem barely feels like part of the original series, if I'm being honest. It's kind of its own thing. Am I Craven's niece? What time is it for everyone? I think it's almost noon for me. Central Standard Time and here in Minnesota. Ransom. It's possible. Oh, funny. Tie between Waverly and Ghost Dogs. Those are my top 2, Casey. Ooh, in Scotland. Nice. I want to go to Scotland so bad. My fiance and I want to do a tour of the UK for our honeymoon. And definitely want to visit Scotland as part of that tour. Alibi and Ash's Warning at Waverly Academy, Ransom of 7 Ships, Creature of Kapu Cave, and Secret of Shadow Ranch. Favorite is Waverly. I'm loving the Waverly love. I can't wait to play that one on stream. Such a good game. Oh, all the plants are gone. I suppose he did say he was going to get rid of them because they give him allergies. Okay, so this fertilizing puzzle here. I liked finding out the ancestry part, like the breakdown of ethnicities. The health part was kind of underwhelming. Luckily, it didn't show anything scary. Well, that's good. Alright, I kind of just go down the line and see what happens. I mean... the light green one made this one die and made this one grow a lot. What about this one? What one makes them all grow? Okay, the light blue one makes them all grow pretty well. Except for this one. Okay. What about dark blue? We're hoping to get married.
Should do it.
Oh, well that was easy. Next June is our plan, as long as everything gets better by by next June. Oh, you used to live in Minnesota. Oh, I totally know where Albany is. Moved all over growing up in a military family. I know exactly where Albany is, Slightly Respected. That's so cool. Minnesota is pretty great. I thoroughly enjoy living here. Lots of nice places to visit in Scotland. Yes, and my family has some Scottish history, so that would be super cool to see. It's not a super memorable puzzle, is it, Chloe? Danger on Deception Island. That's such a good game.
What is it now?
I fertilized those plants.
Good job. The microscope lens is yours. Anything else?
I should go. This has been a real honor.
Back to the salt mines. Hi-ho.
Hi-ho, hi-ho. It's off to Frass we go. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Hi-ho, 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 hi-ho.
Yes? He did what? No, 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 no! Those seedlings were irreplaceable! How could anyone be that stupid? Oh! Tell me his name. Well, you tell Mr. Fighterman that he is fired. If he isn't off the premises in 2 minutes, I will come out there and throw him over the fence myself.
Yikes.
And that's how we know that he's the one who destroyed the camp, because his args sound exactly the same. Fave, Last Train, and Ghost Dogs, yes. Least favorite, Shattered Medallion. We're all pretty much in agreement on games.
If you have any regard at all for your personal safety, Ms. Drew, you'll leave now!
Ooh, yee, okay. Colorado is beautiful too, Slightly Respected. First game was Alibi and Ashes. Oh, that's neat. That's so cool. For my laptop will not appear in this chat, period. That's so strange, Friday Lambda. I have no idea why that could be. Don't remember your first game, shoot. I think I moved about 16 times before I hit 18 and about 24 times now I'm 21. Oh my goodness, that is a lot of moving. Was that hard, or was that something that you liked, Slightly Respected? Have you started planning for your wedding at all? Yes, we have. We've got a lot of the major things already planned. It's been a lot of fun. Wedding planning is a lot of fun. It's very expensive. Like, the wedding industry does not give anyone any breaks for sure. And I think it's just getting worse and worse as time goes on. But we're trying to be as creative as possible. Shattered Medallion isn't my fave or least fave, so it's kind of in the middle for you. Dang, Craven, right? He's so cranky. Okay, now I think we can do the Frass puzzle.
That won't work.
Or cheat
Looks like
at the
this
Frass
has a
puzzle.
built-in scale.
Okay, and then we put in here. How about the orange bag? So now we can just put in the answers, it sounds like. I have that nomad deep down inside of me. Yes, ready to cheat on the Frass puzzle, Friday Lambda. Let's go. Your BFF got married a couple of weeks ago, just family, but they live streamed it. They're going to redo a renewal of vows so that you can all make it. Oh, well, that's good. Yeah, that's kind of what that's what our venue told us, is that you might be able to still have the wedding on that day, but then they will have a time for you to be able to do the reception when things go back to normal, so you can still have that experience and kind of renew the vows, so that's kind of cool. That's nice that they have that option. No movement involved, and then they'll start listing the solution. Cool. Moving a lot can be tough. Yeah, totally. Ooh, you haven't played Shatter Medallion. I watch walkthroughs and it just doesn't look interesting. It's just kind of confusing. It's just a little much. Red. Blue. It was difficult losing friends all the time, but as an army brat, it's just what we do. Sure, I suppose you get used to it after a while. I suppose one would have to be really comfortable making new friends, which honestly isn't easy for a lot of people, so. 3505. Ooh, quiz bowl practice. Have fun, Grace. Thank you so much for joining. 75305 and yellow 159,105. Okay. So hopefully that's it. Thank you, Friday Lambda.
Anywhere. I haven't inserted the clipboard into that formula machine thing yet.
Okay. I don't remember what the number is supposed to be. Can I oh, okay, there we go. I don't even remember what the mystery of Shattered Medallion was. It was supposed to be okay, so Nancy and George go on this.
119,456. All right.
That sounds right. Go on this game show, but then when they're there, Sunny June has hijacked it, and you're supposed to figure out why, I guess. That's basically the mystery. It's not a fantastic plot. Graduated from high school in small town in Kentucky. Everyone was like, oh, I'm moving for the first time. What do I do? And I'm like, I never unpacked when I move here. Let's go. Wow. It's supposed to be, oh yeah, Who Cut the Rope Bridge, but it was overshadowed by the game show and the alien plot. Yeah, right? And even the, Who Cut the Rope Bridge thing is so, that's not an interesting plot. Even though I watched the walkthrough. Okay, good. So I input them correctly. Thank you so much, Friday Lambda. That made that so much easier. I remember never having a bedroom with personal things because I never unpacked because I would just have to pick it all up back again. Wow.
Quigley? Yoo-hoo! Quigley!
What?
I just wondered if you knew what the deal is with all those webs at Kapu Cave.
Don't worry, they were made by Norsabeta larvae, not arachnids. I mean, spiders. I'm not sure why they like that cave so much. Must have something to do with their food supply.
Oh, I was just curious. I'll get back to work.
Ooh, good to know, Friday Lambda. We'll have to do both those game overs. My fiance is an English teacher, slightly respected. The plots get worse. Yeah. There's some winners in, like, the newer Nancy Drew games, and then there's some that it's just like, what happened there?
Yoo-hoo! Quigley!
Well?
All through, I think.
Don't tell me, don't tell me. Okay, tell me.
Well, the number your formula machine came up with was 119,456.
Oh, yes, yes, it really is true. I've stumbled upon the biggest bloom of Norsa Beta larva ever recorded. We're gonna be famous, Nancy, and with any luck, rich as heck. Way to go!
Thank you. I just wish I knew what you were talking about.
You just confirmed that for some reason, the Norsa Beta odorata in this area, maybe on the whole island, are reproducing at an unheard of rate.
What are Norso Beta odorata?
It's a kind of moth, and to have it suddenly be producing 10 times more larvae than usual, it's huge! Nothing like this has ever happened before, anywhere. It's as if you woke up one morning and found 1,000 baby robins in your front yard. It just doesn't happen. Okay, you've confirmed what is happening. Now we need to figure out why it's happening. You need to analyze the contents of those frass jars. The notes on my clipboard will tell you how to go about it. We need to know what all those Norsa Beta caterpillars have been eating.
You mean the stuff in those jars came from caterpillars?
Of course, they're frass jars. But before you start your analysis, you need to get a sample of whatever it is that Malachi Craven is secretly growing up there at the Healy Healy. Even if it means sneaking in. See if that's what those caterpillars have been eating. Something big's going on here, Nancy. Let's make history and find out what.
Thank you, Friday Lambda. This year, Ray Marie, he teaches 6th and 8th grade, but in the past, he's taught 10th grade. So he's done a few different grades. Ooh, scariest game for me is Ghost of Thornton Hall. I think it's the scariest one overall, but I think Shadow at the Water's Edge has the scariest individual scare moment of the series. Not a fan of the darker nighttime games. They just creep you out a bit and end up not exploring places properly on accident, which makes it take longer to finish the game. That totally makes sense, Chloe. Nancy's famous for investigating frass. We're famous. We're so famous. Okay, so now we gotta sneak into the Healy Healy. We'll wake up Dr. Craven, which will make him very angry.
State your business. Oh, it's you.
What is it now?
I have thoroughly enjoyed talking to you.
Good luck entomologizing.
Good luck entomologizing. Oh, wait. Was I not supposed to go here already? Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep, Dr. Craven.
Dr. Craven?
Okay, there we go.
He's sound asleep. He must have decided to take that antihistamine after all. Perfect.
My lullaby worked.
Oh my gosh, this is the page that was torn off Quigley's clipboard, which means the person who trashed your camp must have been Dr. Craven?
Duh, Nancy. Didn't you hear his args earlier? It was clearly him. Chlorhexidroxylamine may cause drowsiness.
Uh-oh, how do I turn this thing off?
I'll just keep making it beep. He teaches teenagers, brave guy. No kidding. I've always hated this puzzle sneaking in. To me, Saw is not as scary as Thornton, but more creepy. It is very creepy.
You, young lady, would appear to be in very deep trouble.
Ooh. I've never done that before. That was very terrifying. Okie dokie. That was scary.
Uh-oh, how do I turn this thing off?
Okay, so we have to immediately go to settings and then turn off the sound. Wakey wakey, Craven, we have a game over. I don't like how you can't use another ID number to skip the escape puzzle. Mute. Okay. So we can look at all the employees. D. Fiderman is the one that got fired. Delinquent. Status delinquent. Never properly played Thornton Hall or Crystal Skull. Because they're dark, and very scary, for sure. Megan Geyser. She was the CEO. Hulk Hogan was on there. These are hilarious. Heather McKay from the last game, Danger by Design. Peter Parker, Spider-Man. Spider-Man works at the Healy Healy. God, that was a scary voice. Wasn't that terrifying? Like, that was real freaky. I've never done that before. Smith, Stormbringer. Is that Thor? Is that supposed to be Thor? Because that'd be hilarious. Oop, Taylor Sinclair. Taylor Sinclair got a new job. Lockers.
All right. Looks like employee number 14-667-93, otherwise known as Fighterman, was assigned to locker 13. The combination is R4L2L7R9.
Beautiful. Okay, so I got his locker combination. So now we can go get his suit. And I will definitely get caught. I won't even have to try and do that on purpose. I will just accidentally get caught. Right 4. L2. Jay Silvers, he hired a pirate. I wouldn't put it past him to hire a pirate. Left 7 and then right 9. Okay.
This should keep those men in yellow off my back.
Aw, he has kids. And Craven just, like, brutally fired him. Okay. So, I think...
There's about a jillion plants in here. How am I supposed to know which one to take a sample from?
Craven snores very loudly. I don't think you can open everyone's locker, but maybe you can. Louder, Nancy. Shout louder for everyone to hear. Employee of the month. The Healy Healy. That's so cool. That's
Maybe
just how he
this'll help me
rolls.
figure out what plant I'm looking for.
After you beat the maze, go back to Craven's area. If you do, you can auto-wake him up to confront him. Oh, okay, cool. Okay, employee number 1466793.
Suppliers. That doesn't sound very helpful. Accounts. That doesn't sound very helpful either. Shipping. Now that's more like it. Let's see what this place has been sending to whom lately. Richard Akins at Akins Biotech? That's who hired Frank and Joe Hardy to check out the Mapus. FERC-21 was extracted from an unexpected fortuitous mutation, which I've managed to successfully propagate. Have it tested immediately because I do believe this is the one. Mutation, huh? Something tells me that's the plant I need to get a sample from.
Okay, so we need to get FERC-21.
Looks like a list of substances and the names of the beds containing the plants they came from. Yes, it says here that FERC-21 was extracted from the plants in bed HH3333. And according to that note from Dr. Craven, those plants are apparently mutants.
Well, don't go judging the plants, Nancy. Okay, so we need to go to 3333. This is a red alert.
Looks like I'm going to have to stay out of sight from here on out.
Terminated employee Dewey Fighterman has accessed Central Terminal. How could you, Dewey?
Okay, little plant, this won't hurt a bit.
And we'll take a little teeny piece. Let's just walk into this guy. I mean, I'm going to walk into one of them. Just, it's gonna happen.
Still no sign of the intruder. Over. Hey, you! Stop! Grab him! He's that imposter! Hold it right there, pal. You're not going anywhere.
I'm busted.
How can you tell? We all look the same. I'm back. My Wi-Fi died. Oh, Jessica, I'm so sorry. Welcome back. How are they able to tell with Nancy who's in their suit? How whenever someone catches you can't see their faces, right? Like, how do they know it's me? So true. ID numbers on her suit's collar. That would make sense. Okay, I have it in my inventory. We go up this way. I know I have to wait for him to like
Still
walk.
no sign of the intruder.
And I
Over.
go this way.
Waverly here. Haven't seen anything or anyone unusual.
Waverly?
Over.
It's a hint to Waverly Academy. Can I walk behind this guy? Apparently. Apparently that guy is not paying much attention. They recognize the suit belonged to someone who didn't work there anymore. Aren't they all the same suits, though? Bye! Hey, Craven, you criminal. So I can wake him up? How? I want to confront him. How do I do it? Do I use the card? She should carry a tiny pin and pop anyone's suits when they try to stop her. Boof. They'd have ID numbers on the suits. Yeah, I suppose. That makes sense. And if they're looking specifically for someone. I want to confront him. How can I confront him? Do I have to come back later? Because he's still asleep. And if I wake him up again, won't he just get mad at me? For snooping in his stuff? Stormtroopers tell each other apart. Good point. You just walk away. Oh.
What? Who's there?
It's just me, Dr. Craven. Nancy, I just got here.
Oh, well, come on up here. What is it now?
The person who tore apart Dr. Kim's base camp. It was you, wasn't it?
Me? Don't be ridiculous. Why in blazes would I do that?
Come on, Dr. Craven. I know it was you. The page you tore off the front of her clipboard is right over there. Look, I don't want to make trouble for you. I just want to know what's going on.
She's being paid to spy on me. That's what's going on. My employer got wind of it and told me. So I went out to her camp to confront her, only she wasn't there, which made me even more furious. So then I just lost it.
Why did you tear off that page?
I figured whatever she scribbled on that clipboard was about me, so I ripped it off and stuffed it in my pocket. But when I got back here and really looked at it, I discovered the only thing on it was a bunch of garbage about moth larvae. That's obviously why she had that security pass, so she could sneak in here, that repugnant little snoop. Wait a minute. How did you know that torn page was in the pocket of my lab coat?
I have really good eyes. Listen, I gotta get going. Bye.
Bye! Run, Nancy, before he figures it out with his genius brain. He's a loud talker and a loud snorer. He is just generally a loud person. It's not like you're wearing a lab suit. Where do we go now? We got the plant. Do I bring it to Quigley or do I have to analyze it? I think I have to go tell Quigley that I got it, don't I? I don't like any of the characters in this game. Same. It is not a very interesting cast. It's saying something when my favorite character in this game is Malachi Craven. And when this game has my least favorite character of all time.
Quigley?
Now what?
I have really good eyes.
Did you feel that earthquake?
Of course I felt it. It was like an invisible freight train went by.
Any idea what caused it?
This island has not one, but two active or semi-active volcanoes on it, Kilauea and Mauna Loa. The more magma you got moving around down there, the more earthquakes you're gonna have. I felt dozens since I've been here. Little ones, that is. The last one was relatively big, but nothing to worry about.
Right, Ray Marie? How dare he?
Have you heard about Kane Okala?
Of course I have. Last time I went into town for my weekly mango shave ice, all people could talk about was how Connie O'Connell was spotted doing this or he was heard doing that.
Right? They're all just frustrating individuals.
Do you think there's any truth to what they're saying?
Not one iota.
The insects are the most interesting characters in the game. Squiggly here is annoying.
I heard this strange whispering noise like the one you described on tape. What do you think is causing it?
Good question. I have this gut feeling that it somehow ties into the Norsa Beta caterpillar bloom. But for the life of me, I cannot think why.
Malachi Craven thinks another biotech company hired you to spy on him.
Get out! Me? A spy?
Problem is, it would explain that phone number for LifeWorks Biochem you have on your clipboard.
Oh, all right. Yes, I stole a security pass. Yes, I snuck into Healy Healy a couple of times to dig through Craven's files. And yes, a rival company paid me to do all that. But I had to, Nancy. I was desperate for money. You don't know what it's like trying to make a living as a scientist. Unless you're rich to begin with, or discover something incredible, or go to work in some windowless assembly line type laboratory. You starve. I'm not saying that all laboratories are bad. In fact, there's this really great one in Montana. It's on this guy's ranch, so you can actually go horseback riding and fishing during your lunch break.
Quigley!
What?
Digressing?
Yeah, well, look. I needed to finance my research here, so I agreed to spy on Craven. But now that I've made this discovery, I can tell the people who hired me to take a hike. Besides, Craven's filing system is so blasted unsystematic that I never found anything worthwhile in them anyway.
I'll get out of your hair now.
See you later.
Weekly mango shaved ice. Ooh, Casey England. My favorite villains are the ones from Stay Tuned for Danger and the final scene.
Quigley, can I talk to you?
What?
I'll get out of your hair now.
Excellent.
Aloha, Sarah. Welcome to the stream. I'm not literally just here for the credits this time. I'm desperate to stop listening to her nasal voice. It is a very nasal voice. Hyper nasal. So I guess we do have to, like, analyze the plant first, and then we can talk to her about it. That's cool, though. I've never gotten the conversation about her, like, actually spying on Dr. Craven, so it's nice to have that subplot explained a little bit. Camp Quigley. Yeah, I have to put it in one of the test tubes.
There's that weird whispering again.
Ooh, scare factor and intrigue. Ooh. Villain for Blackmore was so underwhelming. I get that, yeah. Most unexpected is probably Deception Island. I like that villain too. That's one of my top 5s for sure. Healy Healy plant. So now we need to find... Yeah, this.
Uh-oh. The color of the leaf sample from the Healy Healy doesn't match the color of the frass sample. I guess I better go tell Quigley.
Final scene and then Crystal Skull, yeah. The Crystal Skull one is fun. Save on animation, they only allow you to examine frass from the red bag, even though it's one color change. Yeah, that's a good point. There's a lot of really good, like, ending culprit moments. This game does not have one, but many of the games do. I had such high hopes for it, but no. Yeah, I love that game so much, but I totally know what you mean about the culprit reveal and that one being a little bit underwhelming. They tricked us in Crystal, yeah. This game isn't very good. The design and aesthetic is pretty good. It feels like we're in Hawaii. Yes, I think the setting and the design in this one is definitely the most successful part of the game. The waves at the beach, the fact that we can walk through this whole jungle and see all the plants, like, that's all pretty cool. Characters, plot,
I can't come down right now. The wasps I'm observing are doing some kind of dance, and I'm taking notes. What do you want?
Whatever those caterpillars have been eating is not what Dr. Craven's been growing at the Healy Healy.
The samples didn't match?
No. What should I do now?
Okay, listen up. Open my pack down there, take out the container of canopy samples I've collected, and see if one of them matches the frass sample. Got that?
Got it.
We spend a lot of time going back and forth. Alright, and we go back now. Ransom of the Seven Ships is the most obvious culprit, unless the monkeys are the culprits, of course. Exactly. Like, it wasn't George, and it wasn't the monkeys. Who could the culprit be? Do you think Squiggly goes through a lot of assistance? I think she probably does. She's not that fun to work for. Culprit from a previous game would you like to see return in a future game? I think it's so hard to execute that well, honestly, because it depends on people having had played that game before, like the previous game, for it to have the same effect. Like when I played Ransom of the Seven Ships for the first time, I hadn't played Stay Tuned for Danger yet, so the ending
I don't need to analyze that.
Completely lost on me. So, I don't know.
Definitely not blue.
Phantom was a stronger
That
plot. The
doesn't
culprit
match.
in the game would have done really well. Yeah, I know what you mean. Phantom of Venice just ends up feeling kind of forgettable for me.
Not a match.
Ransom of the Seven Ships is the most obvious. Yep. I already read that. Did you ever play Virtual Villagers? It was like Sims, but older and with some puzzles. No, but that sounds fun.
A match. So, looks like those caterpillars have been eating fritillated flag beetles, whatever they are.
That is true, Golden Moon, yeah. There's a couple that I'm kind of like, I wonder why I didn't guess the culprit. Like, that would have made sense. Sea of Darkness was the most surprising culprit for me. I genuinely enjoy Sea of Darkness. It's actually one of my top 5 games. I think it's a really solid game. I'm calling her Squiggly from now on. I support this decision, Jessica. Yeah, they brought him back for a ransom and it did not go well. I think it's just really hard to execute that successfully. I think it's a cool idea. I think if they were to actually end the series in a good way, they would have a bunch of culprits working together for Nancy's final mystery, all trying to get revenge on her and, like, trying to, like, basically get rid of her. Murder her. That would be cool. Ghost of Thornton Hall would work well, mostly because the culprit wasn't really a culprit. Yeah, that's true. There are a couple games that don't have, like, a very traditional culprit.
Quigley? Could you come down here?
I have no idea, Chloe. That was a weird choice.
Have you got something?
Well, it looks to me like those caterpillars have been eating nothing but fritillated flag beetles.
Fritillated flag beetles? No, that's not possible.
It better be possible, because my days of analyzing frass are over.
The fritillated flag beetle is a relatively minor species in this area. But if your analysis is correct, that means they're multiplying at an even greater rate than the Norsabena are. The question is, why? Fame and fortune just got put on hold, Nancy. We can't go public with this until I figure out what the heck is going on.
Don't you mean until I figure it out?
Where are you going?
Up! I do my best thinking when my feet aren't touching the ground. Don't ask me why. I've carried you long enough, Nancy. You're on your own. Oh, wait a sec. I know what you can do. There's a metal ring inside my pack. I found it at Kapu Cave when I was setting out frass traps. Maybe you can figure out what it's for. Darn thing's got me stumped.
Okay, I'll check it out.
The culprit in Ven was really unexpected, as in anyone could have been the culprit. This is true. Shadow Ranch has to be one of your favorites. You just didn't like the harvesting puzzle. Yup. I hope Midnight in Salem isn't the last in the series. Yes, that would be a super disappointing end to the series. The original 10 culprits could come back and try to kill Nancy. Like, she gets kidnapped and they're all the culprits. Oh, that'd be so cool. They decided to focus a little too heavily on puzzles for the game and got lazy, so they didn't bother making more models. Yup. What previous culprit do you think should have returned in 7 Ships? Argofum said it should have been Shorty because they used his voice actor. Oh my gosh, that's funny. I don't think they should have done that in the first place, honestly. Like, I think it would have been a lot more successful if it had been a new culprit. Or, like, maybe one of the old culprits hired somebody and he was on the beach, but it was, like, a totally new person. Because, again, it relies on people knowing that previous game, and not everybody does. And there also needed to be more people on the beach to begin with. Like, it was completely unreasonable to only have one person in the game that could have been a culprit. Even with the twist, it was just all, like, crazy. Most of them are in jail, but, like, what if they were to, like, escape or something? There was a big jailbreak. Never liked Shadow Ranch. It's one that ended up growing on me. I didn't like it at first, Chloe. It was something I learned to like more the more I played it. Now you need to earn at least 31 Big Island bucks. Of course. That's a lot of Big Island bucks. Game 9 works well enough because he's familiar with sea life. Now. That's true. I can move his teeth. Okay, but we don't know how to move his teeth, right?
Calling someone now is not a good idea.
Isn't it? Because we don't know anything about how to move these teeth yet. We have no idea. So I'm going to call Frank and Joe. Not your sort of game.
Hello?
Sure.
Frank? Well, hi, it's Nancy. Sorry, guess I expected Joe to answer.
Well, as it happens, Joe's at the clinic getting treated for a concussion.
What? What happened?
Someone jumped him while he was poking around Big Island Mike's immersion center. Just after he left that message for you, in fact. Turned around and wham! Gets knocked unconscious by someone swinging a big wooden mask.
Is he gonna be okay?
He'll be fine. The doctors are just doing their usual observation thing. Joe knows the drill. So what's going on with you?
Well, let's see.
Phew, this Quigley lady sounds like she's gonna be a real taskmaster. Anything I can do to help?
Nope, so far so good. But I discovered something that you might be interested in.
Oh yeah?
While I was taking kind of an unauthorized tour of the Healy
While
Research
you were
Center.
snooping.
While I was snooping, I came across the name of the person Malachi Craven is working for. Richard Akins.
Our Richard Akins? Of Akins Biotech?
Yep.
Wow, that is interesting. I'm not sure what it means, but it's certainly food for thought.
Might be just a coincidence. Anyway, if I find out anything else, I'll let you know.
Yeah, please do.
Talk to you later. Bye.
Bye.
Exactly. Time to go fishing, because in order to make necklaces, you need to buy the scuba gear, which means you need to spend money that you already have, which is pointless. So, we have 11 Big Island bucks. We could get better bait, but there's no real reason to do that. Be cool if the Hardy Boys were like kidnapped and buried alive and she has to work the case to find out where they are before they run out of air. Oh my gosh, that'd be scary. That's so scary. Ransom to have some supernatural entity to seemingly kidnap Bess, like in this game Kaneokala, but an island spirit. That would have been cool. So anticlimactic if Cuckoo and the monkeys were the culprits. Culprit from Danger by Design was pretty unexpected, but it was like literally out of nowhere. Nancy Frank phone call. Find out the culprit 5 minutes before the game ends. Yep. Not great mystery writing to find out the culprit that close to the end of the mystery. I did sort of like the excitement of Joe getting knocked out. It is a clever way to switch between them too. Especially since, ooh, look at this. Davy's Pawn Shop. You don't have any bait? Oh, that's right. He did give us bait at the beginning.
Frank, how's your brother? You back from the clinic yet?
No, they wanted to keep him under observation for a while, but he'll be fine. Joe's nothing if not hard-headed. Any idea who clobbered him?
Like I told the cops, probably just some bum who wandered in off the beach looking for cash.
Does that happen a lot?
Couple times a year. Soon as they see me, they run like heck, but today I wasn't around, so somebody figured he'd help himself.
There's a way to get glitch bait, but it's so pointless, there's no point in even mentioning it.
Is anything missing?
Nope, not a thing. Look, whoever the guy was, he's no richer, I'm no poorer. He's gone, I'm here, no big deal. Well, except for your brother getting walloped like that.
My brother and I would feel a lot better if we knew who did it.
You want to look around? Play detective like on TV? You go right ahead.
No, Slightly Respected. What is the Monkey Island series? Aloha, Demon Slayer, welcome.
Is this your pawn ticket? I found it over there.
Never seen it before.
Then maybe it belonged to the guy who clobbered Joe.
Or maybe it's been lying there for weeks. The guy who cleans this place doesn't exactly keep it spotless. Namely, me.
You sure are deflecting a lot, Big Island
Good talking
Mike.
to you.
Anytime.
Suspicious character you are. Very suspicious. Okay, we have $11. I think if we get like the Zippies bait seems to work pretty well. We don't need to get the best bait, but we'll get the medium bait. And there's things where you can buy some of the beads to make more necklaces, but like why? You don't even make that much money off of them to begin with. How far along are we? We are on our second phone call with the Hardy Boys, so now we're playing as Frank.
Hey, Frank. How's Joe doing?
Probably about 3/4 of the way through.
He's okay, but he'd feel a lot better if he knew who attacked him like that.
I have no idea who that guy was or what he was up to. Nothing like that's ever happened to a guest before, ever. You're not gonna, sue us or anything, are you?
Right, Chloe? Nancy gets lucky.
Maybe. I mean, we are friends with this girl whose father is a bigwig attorney back home.
You're kidding, right?
About our friend's dad? No. But about suing you? If my brother sued someone every time he got smacked upside the head, we'd be in court for decades.
That's a relief.
I have, Jessica. I watched the whole series when I was in college, and I loved it.
Think I could rent some snorkeling equipment?
Long as you've got 30 Big Island bucks, you can.
Oops. Guess I'm gonna have to wait.
Need anything else?
I'll check back with you later.
Have fun.
I think the earlier episodes of the 70s series were...
Don't do that! What's the matter with you?
Nothing's the matter with me. I've come to my senses, that's all.
I'm not gonna let you ruin everything. You hear me? I'm not.
Don't do what I tell you.
No, I'm not going to listen to you ever again.
You come back here. Pull up.
Yikes. Some of the later episodes, Nancy ends up being too much of a damsel in distress, and it's kind of frustrating, but the earlier episodes are really good.
Hey, what's going on?
That was some argument you and your dad had.
You heard us?
I think everyone within 10 square miles heard you.
My dad can act like such a loser sometimes.
So can mine. What did your dad do?
Let's talk about something else, okay?
See you in a bit.
Have fun.
Good try, Frank. Good try. So basically we need to get the snorkeling equipment is the idea. So we need 30 Big Island bucks. Several episodes available on YouTube. I think that's how I watched them. We're in the final stretch. Going fishing. Yep, we're going to be here for a little bit of a while now.
I got one.
Playing the Nancy Drew games when I was really young, I felt like a rebel because the boxes said 10 plus, right? Like, well, I'm gonna do it when I'm 9. Ooh, you lost power and you were so worried you wouldn't be able to watch the stream. Oh, that's so sweet. So I ended up sleeping in instead. Well, at least you got to sleep in. That's nice. Monkey Island is about this guy wants to be a pirate, falls in love, and then she gets kidnapped and she has to go find her on this mysterious island. Ooh. Have you ever considered live streaming other games after you finish the Nancy Drew games? Or maybe do a live stream where we all just chat about different topics? I have thought about actually live streaming some other games. I think that would be super fun. But I just don't know what other games people would be interested in seeing. I mean, I obviously play a lot of Sims, but the other games I play are primarily on my Switch. Or I like play Sims Medieval or just kind of random games. You made it here. Oops. You made it here before the very end. This is true. Lots of story, puzzles, and cannibals. Ooh. 31 bucks. Don't you buy the snorkeling if you have less than 31? Yeah, you might be right. She said I need 30 Big Island bucks.
Didn't get anything that time.
To buy this, the equipment. Review other point-and-click games. Many of us look for Nancy Drew-like games. That's true. You could do the Miss Clue games. Oh yeah, $1 for the shaved ice puzzle, so it's 31 as a result. Oops. I got click happy. That's true, I forgot about that. Isn't The Sims the best? I love The Sims too. Stream Switch games and Sims Medieval. That game rocks. I love Sims Medieval, it's so fun. What kind of music is everyone listening to, if anything, recently? What have I been listening to? I've mostly been listening to podcasts lately. I found the Potterless podcast, which is just like a guy who grew up without reading Harry Potter and is now reading them as an adult, and it's pretty funny. So I've been doing that more than listening to music, actually. But yeah, what other music are people listening to?
Missed it.
Oh my gosh, I am not paying attention. I'm wasting my bait. I thought it went down. Totally watch you play Sims Medieval. We could have fun in the chat and decide the fate. Yes, decide the fate of the nation. Especially with all you chaotic souls in chat. That would be so fun. Maybe a Sim stream would be fun. Classic 70s, 80s rock. Lots of New Age classical. Oh, I love New Age music. New Age is easily one of my favorite genres. Rather us not get stuck having to deal with random shelling. This is true. Ooh, hard rock. Yeah, fishy, 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 fishy. Bloop. Firewatch. Firewatch is a mystery set in Wyoming wilderness where your only emotional lifeline is the person on the other end of handheld radio. Ooh, that sounds cool. Should make one of the Nancy Drew games in The Sims with the characters and the setting. I should. After I made Shadow Ranch, I really wanted to make all of the characters to stay on the ranch. That would be really fun. I think of the 3 areas of Sims, like Create a Sim and building and gameplay. Create a Sim is probably where I spend the least amount of time, but I do still really enjoy it. It's fun being able to go shopping with my Sims. Streams The Sims Castaway stories instead of Ran. That's amazing. I totally remember that. That's so funny. Waverly would work so well. Yes. Yes, indeed. Firewatch is amazing. You could play Life is Strange. I watched somebody play Life is Strange on YouTube and it looked so good, but I haven't actually played it myself. Right, Forever Insane? Isn't this relaxing? Just watching the fishing. It's like a fishing simulator. Sims Castaway on the Wii and replayed them. That's so amazing. A man named Henry who's retreated from messy life to work as a fire lookout in Wyoming wilderness. Perched atop a mountain, it's your job to find smoke and keep the wilderness safe. Oh, that sounds cool. Lots of different genres, depends on your mood. Pop and New Age classical, that's awesome. That's usually what I listen to as well. Hot, dry summer has everyone on edge.
Bingo.
Your supervisor, a woman named Delilah, is available over the small handheld radio as your only contact with what you left behind. Sims 2 in general still holds up, totally. Life is Strange isn't family friendly though, that's true. So I don't know if you'd want to play it on YouTube, that's a good point. Fave characters in Waverly are Mel, Leela, Rachel, and Kim. Nice. Waverly's just the best.
Hey, what's going on?
Is it true you'll buy these fish from me?
Let's see. Looking good. There you go.
Something strange draws you out of your lookout tower and into the world below. Explore a wild and unknown environment, facing
Okay,
questions
what
and
else?
making interpersonal choices that can build or destroy the only meaningful relationship you have. Oh, that sounds neat. Yes, I did do a create a sim with the Waverly characters. Thank you, Sarah. That's so nice. Ooh, my favorite Nancy Drew character. It's so hard to pick just one.
I'll check back with you later.
Sounds good.
Okay, we're at 22. We'll get some bait. And then go fishing some more. Oh, Big Island Mike, you and your extortion. Who are my favorite characters? I really love Ethel Bossany. I know, like, very few people like Ethel. But I think it's hilarious how, like, terrifying she is. Who else do I like? I think Ellie York is really cool in Deadly Device. I like... Dave is excellent. We love Dave. I'm going through the games in my head, trying to think of them. I think the cast of characters in Blue Moon Canyon is definitely one of the most successful casts. I like that one a lot. I love to hate Minette, so that's super fun. Yes, Harper's pretty great. Harper Thornton. Recommend for your Switch and maybe a stream is Thimbleweed Park. You start the game playing as two secret agents who are investigating a murder, but they realize that. Ooh, that sounds cool. You saw the Waverly cast. That was so cool. Oh, thank you. That was fun. Ethel is creepy when she appears out of nowhere. That's what I love about her. And I just love her, like, the idea of her character that her family has been tasked with educating another family in Britain for, like, all of time. I think that's amazing. I want her job, basically, is what I'm saying. Who's Ellie York? She's the female scientist in The Deadly Device. She just has a very similar personality to me, so I can, like, really relate to her. She's very chill. She's really, like... I love how smart she is. She's not very memorable. A lot of my favorite characters are not characters that are super memorable. Oh, the horses in Sims 3 were so cool. Who knows, if we get a farming expansion pack, then maybe that's gonna come. Although I would really love to have, like, chickens and cows so you could, like, make your own milk and eggs in The Sims. How fun would that be? I would be so into that. And then when you have the bees, you can make honey. You could basically have, like, a
That one got away.
completely self-sustaining farm, which would be so cool. Oh yes, Alexian Alibi and Ashes is definitely one of my favorites. Seriously, look up Thimbleweed Park. I'm not describing it right, but I think you'd love it. It's a point-and-click adventure. Ooh, cool. That's perfect. Yes, I need another game to play. I'm currently working on Luigi's Mansion 3, and once I finish that, I'll need another one. So thank you for that recommendation. That sounds cool. I do love Rent-A-Row. Rent-A-Row is amazing. I love The Deadly Device too, Chloe. I feel like it's a controversial game. Like, a lot of people don't really like it at all, but I love it. Lexi and Topham are a mood. I like Nancy, her friends, and the Hardys. Exactly. Still never get why people like Deadly Device. I don't find any of the characters really that memorable. I just like the plot. I don't know. I like that Nancy's solving a mystery, a murder mystery for the first time since Secrets Can Kill. I like the location of the lab a lot. I like that it's self-contained and feels, like, kind of eerie. Ooh, I absolutely adore personality tests, Slightly Respected. My Myers-Briggs, I'm an INFJ. And the Enneagram is currently my favorite personality assessment. I am a type 1 on the Enneagram. Anyone else do Myers-Briggs or Enneagram or any of that? I love that stuff. Last Train, I did some digging about the writers for the games. The writers for the Renaissance games are completely different, with only a producer who did Haunted Mansion. That makes perfect sense. That's why, like, they're doing all these different things. Things have a very different feel. Totally. That makes a lot of sense. Eustacia, Charlena, Hotchkiss, the old eccentric ladies. Yes. Our kooky old lady crews. All of those characters are so good. Oh, you're an INTP. Nice. I'm trying to read the comments, but this bobber is being ridiculous. With a picky Alua. Don't like Deadly Device. Not smart enough to complete the puzzles. Gray reminds me of a teacher in high school that got me arrested. What? Oh, that got arrested for sexting a student. Oh no, that's not good at all. I like Mason and Gray, but Ryan annoys me. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of Ryan either. We need our kooky old lady cruise ship mystery. You're an INFJ too, Sarah. That's so cool. The Enneagram is amazing. Slightly respected. Oh, what was it called? Do you have one you'd recommend test-wise? What's the one that I did? I think it was just the free Enneagram assessment. What was it called? I can't remember the name of the website. I might have to look it up later, but it's like the first one that comes up when you do like Enneagram test, and it has descriptions of all the types. It's amazing. I like it even more than Myers-Briggs now because it actually tells you how to like grow in your personality rather than just telling you what it is. Secrets Can Kill is so forgettable. Yeah, it really is. Myers-Briggs overly dichotomous, not valid at all in comparison to the Big Five. Despite that, I like flaunting how I'm an INFJ, which is the rarest type. Same, Luna, right? Yeah, I seriously recommend the Enneagram to anyone that hasn't taken it. Yeah, Secrets Can Kill was a good first try. This is true. Everyone give the video a thumbs up. Thanks, Chloe. I'll do it and see what I am. Yeah, totally. It basically tells you, it's scary how accurate it is because it tells you what your main personality type is and then what your type, how you act when you're like healthy and when you're improving, and then how you act when you're like not doing super well, when they call it integrating or disintegrating. And then they tell you different ways to like react with different types and do that. Ooh, you're a type 3, the achiever, Casey. Good for you. You're a type 2 Enneagram. Nice. That's the helper, I think. One of my very good friends, who's going to be a bridesmaid in my wedding, is a type 2. Currently taking Enneagram. I will soon return with results. Excellent. I have to go now. Sorry. Bye. Bye, Chloe. Thank you so much for joining. Okay, we got a bunch more fish. So, anyway.
Hey, what's going on?
Got you some more fish.
Let's see. Looking good. There you go.
Really missed the character and story completely associated with early Nancy Drew games. Characters like Rick, Arlen, and Hotchkiss were so unique and fun. Totally. Like, we need memorable characters.
I'll check back with you later.
Have fun.
How much money do I have? 39. We can do it. We can buy the snorkeling gear.
Hey, what's going on?
Think I could rent some snorkeling equipment?
Long as you've got 30 Big Island bucks, you can.
There you go.
And there you go.
This dry bag is great. I can keep my clothes with me while I'm snorkeling.
Need anything else?
See you in a bit.
Have fun.
Finally. Yeah, a lot of the later characters just don't have enough personality to them to make them memorable, whereas so many of the earlier ones do.
Hey, what's going on?
I couldn't help but overhear you and Pua arguing earlier. Anything serious?
Father-daughter stuff. No big thing. Forget about it.
I couldn't tell who was madder, you or her.
I said forget about
it! Apparently you. Wedding planning is still going on, Demon Slayer. Thanks for asking. We are still just kind of doing our best, planning, and hoping that things will work out. And if they don't, we might just end up needing to be like flexible on the date or how we make it work. So it might be something where we just have maybe the ceremony on one day and a reception on another day when things are back to more normal, at least. So yeah. Frank clears his snorkel. Good for you, Frank. See, yeah, this is where you get a lot of the good shells. But you get the snorkeling equipment so late in the game, normally, that it doesn't even make it worthwhile. Like, by this point, it's not even worth collecting these shells. This way, I guess? What is this? Whoa, that's an eel.
Whoa, that eel means business.
Okay, so basically we can't go this way yet. Essentially. Starting around Captive Curse, they tried to modernize the series, and modernization overtook making the games, well, good. Yeah, exactly. They started trying to do too many new different things, and they were focusing too much on, oh, the game has to look a certain way, and the graphics have to be like this, and it's like, well, no, I mean, the story is the most important part, really. Speaking of weddings, is yours going to be a big affair or more close-knit, assuming COVID is not a problem? More on the smaller side, for sure. Mostly just family and then our very close friends. I like Captive Curse. I think it was fun. Hashtag Lucas for life. I do enjoy Lucas.
What's going on?
Guess I'll get out of
a
your
lot
hair.
of fun.
Sounds good.
Aloha again, Juan Pena. Welcome back. I like Captive Curse too, for the most part. It's a fun little game. Kind of have to suspend reality a little bit, but it's not too bad.
Hey, what's going on?
Thanks for your help.
Anytime.
What do I have to do now? Do I have to like call Nancy and be like, hey, I found this cool thing? Because we need to open up that box.
Want something else?
Thanks for your help.
But he's
Catch you
not
later.
talking. So maybe I have to call Nancy? Hawaiian mythology, folklore. Let's give Nancy a call. Oh, I guess, oh no, we have to call a pawnbroker. Follow up on our dear brother Joe.
Pawn shop, this is Davey.
I found a receipt from your shop that somebody dropped. I'd kinda like to find that person, so I just wondered if you could maybe tell me who you wrote it out to.
Sure, what's the number?
It's receipt number 57441.
Hang on. How well do you know this guy?
I don't know him at all. Total stranger.
Well, you're not the only one who'd like to find him. Turns out the stuff I bought off of him was stolen. Cops are looking for this guy too. Name's Johnny Kuto. Apparently he's got a pretty nice career going for him as a freelance thief. Address he gave me turned out to be bogus. Gave me a cell phone number too, but he never picks up.
Think you could give me Kudo's phone number?
Got it right here. 808-555-9258. Good luck getting him to return your call.
What did you mean when you said Kudo is a freelance thief?
You tell him what you want, he'll steal it for you, for a price. Cops say he's pretty good. Think he's stolen everything from microchips to airplane parts.
What kind of stuff did Kudo sell to you?
Laptop, digital camera, and a PDA. Police said it was smaller than the stuff he usually goes after. Probably just needed some pocket change.
Do you have any idea why Johnny Kudo would be hanging around a business called Big Island Mike's Immersion Excursions?
Police mentioned that he's always looking for places to hide what he steals until it's safe to deliver it. Maybe somebody at this excursion thing is helping him out.
Hey, I really appreciate your help.
Anytime. Mahalo.
Slightly respected. I think type A personality means just like more organized and really specific about wanting things to be a certain way. Perfectionistic sort of, those kinds of things. And as far as I know, type B is just a little bit more relaxed. Renata hypes up the idea of storytelling. I do love that part too.
Want something else?
Ever heard of a guy named Johnny Kudo?
Never heard of him.
I totally agree, Luna.
You ever work with somebody named Johnny Kudo? Or maybe he took one of your excursions?
Why are you asking?
I think he may be the guy who clobbered Joe.
Playing Kojak, huh? Well, I wish I knew something about this Kudo guy, but I don't.
Good talking to you.
Catch you later.
No kidding. These are some very open store owners. Dumb triggers were what locked her out of progression. Yeah, that's really what it is.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm not sure how to tell you this, but I have reason to believe your dad is involved in something he shouldn't be.
What do you mean? Like what?
Like hiding or maybe even fencing stolen property for someone.
What?
Look, it's a real long story, and I can't prove anything, so you don't really have to worry. But if he was, say, trying to hide a bunch of stuff for somebody, where do you suppose he'd put it?
Oh my gosh, the chamber. That's what he's been doing in there. This island is riddled with lava tubes, tunnels made by ancient volcanoes. They go all over the place. My dad knows them all. Lately, he's been spending a lot of time in one of them. He calls it the chamber because it's so big, but he refused to tell me what he's been doing. I was going to sneak down there and see for myself, but the earthquake caused this huge cave-in near the entrance. I can't get past it, but neither can my dad. So, whatever he's been keeping down there is still there.
There's no other way to get into this chamber thing?
Yes, there is, from the water. It says so on this old chart my dad has.
I saw that comment at least, Jessica. So it looks like they are.
Think I could see it?
The chart? Sure. The problem is, you can't just snorkel to the entrance. You have to ride different currents to get there. The chart supposedly says how to do that, but I've never been able to figure it out. But if you can figure it out, you might be able to find the entrance. But if you do, and it turns out that my dad is doing something illegal, I want you to promise me that you won't call the police without talking to me first.
Deal.
I promise I won't call the police. Say it.
I promise I won't call the police unless I talk to you first. Okay?
Okay. The chart's in that old trunk in the immersion center. To open it, you'll need to know what my father calls his favorite flavor of shave ice. I can never remember, so you'll have to ask him. Just don't make me sorry I trusted you.
Now we get to make shave ice. Ned Nancy drama is required, right? Because normal relationships aren't always positive, right? Right? So much drama. Okay, so his favorite ice flavor is lime and coconut and mango. Which one of these is mango? This looks like mango, right?
Feeny. That hit the spot.
Oh, well, you weren't supposed to eat it, Frank. I suppose I have to ask him about it first.
Hey, what's going on?
I'm curious. What's your favorite flavor of shave ice?
Tell you what, I'm kinda hungry, so I'm gonna make you guess. You make me a shave ice and bring it back here. If it's my favorite flavor, or combination of flavors, I'll tell you. If it's not, well, you'll just have to keep making them till you get it right.
You sure you couldn't just tell me?
Like I always say, a busy customer is a happy customer.
Thanks for your help.
Catch you later.
I've actually been thinking more about that, Luna, and that it would be like a good way to help people know more about like when I plan on streaming next and stuff like that. I do have a Twitter, at WizardKitten, so maybe I should start to get more active on that.
There. Now I'll just take this to Big Island Mike and hope that it's his favorite flavor.
Especially when there are good, positive relationships in reality, few and far between, but they're still out there, right? Here's the death list. Fall into the lava, press the wrong button on the puzzle, get crushed by the rock, and finally drown underwater. That is a lot of deaths all at once.
Want something else?
Got a shave ice for you to try.
Let's have it. You did it. That was my favorite flavor combination. Lime, coconut, and mango. I call it Honi Awa. That's Hawaiian for sour kiss.
Good talking to you.
Catch you later.
You guessed it on the first try, Demon Slayer? That's amazing. Jessica, you hate all those flavors? Oh no, I love all those flavors. Okay, honey. Honey. Apostrophe. And then awa. There we go.
Whoa, weird looking dude. Looks like he has something to do with getting into that chamber thing. But what? I've never seen him before. But maybe Nancy has.
Right, Demon Slayer? It came out of nowhere.
Hello? Hey, Nance, it's me. Listen, I just came across something kinda weird, and I thought I'd see if you knew anything about it.
I'd love to be able to help you. What is it?
Well, it's a drawing of this creepy face that has a mouth full of teeth with all these animals on them.
Wait a minute. I saw a face like that. It was carved into this wall I found while emptying frass jars for Quigley. Tell me more about the animals.
Well, there's an eel, a turtle, a shark, a manta ray, a porcupine fish, an octopus, a crab, and an urchin.
Interesting. Maybe I'll go back and take another look at it.
It has something to do with this old map I found, so I have the feeling it's important.
Then I'll definitely take another look at it.
Thanks, Nance. See ya.
Good thing I'm still here. Maybe I should look into making a public Instagram, because that's the one that I use the most too, Sarah. Okay. Eel, shark, turtle, octopus. They don't have to be in that order, though. So, like, there's an eel. That's an octopus. Is there a ray? Yeah, a ray. That's an urchin. We do need an urchin. Do we need a jellyfish? No. We need a crab. Starfish. Manta ray. Eel. Is it seal? Octopus? Turtle? Turtle, okay. We got eel, shark, turtle, octopus, manta ray. I need a porcupine fish. Ahaha! There we go. We've entered Kapu Cave. Ooh, a type 8. Don't know exactly what that means, but I'll read into it.
I better call and tell Frank.
A type 8 is a challenger.
You have reached
Joe Hardy and or Frank Hardy. Only we're not available.
at the tone. Please leave a message.
Frank, it's Nancy. Hey, remember that creepy face that had been carved into a wall? The one with all the pictures on its teeth? Well, thanks to that list of animals you gave me, the face opened up. And I'm about to explore whatever's behind it. I don't know if or how this helps you, but I just thought I'd let you know. Anyway, I'm going in, so wish me luck.
Nice. Okay, in we go. Type 8s are supposed to be really powerful personalities that kind of tell it like it is.
Phew,
they like to
feel like
speak
I'm
their
in a
mind,
sauna.
which is great. They're usually, they have strong convictions, really know what they want.
That's lava. No wonder it's so hot in here.
You totally follow an Instagram? Okay, I'll look into doing like a public Instagram. It's just that Nancy never does anything. I'll fix C's drama and make it more relevant in one stroke. Yeah, the drama for sure is like sometimes manufactured. It's weird. Okay, how do I fall in the lava here? Because Nancy just kind of jumps well. Where's the creature of Kapu Cave? Exactly, false advertising. Apparently they do share a cell phone. Their lazy way of make both cams happy. Whee! Same would follow. Okay, good to know. That might be a good way to communicate, like
Can't go that way, that's for sure.
when next streams would be. Ooh, a type 6, but all I know about it is that they're anxious. LOL, and that holds up for me. Yep, that's pretty much like the really broad description of type 6s. Aloha, Soap, welcome to the stream. Just jump without hitting the switch. Oh, I missed it. Sorry, guys. I missed the lava one. My bad. Sorry. Yes, Forever Insane, you're a type 4. Very nice, absolutely. No 5s yet. Mr. WizardKitten is a 5. Sound of whistling wind. Yeah, Forever Insane, you are very much a type 4. If you don't press the tongue, you fall and die. Do you have an Instagram, but you rarely use it? Yeah. I've only, like, within the last year or so, started using it any more. With a little more frequency. I am gonna get myself lost in here. Dead end. Water. There we go this way. There we go this way. Just hit the sun symbol to do the blow dart. Sound of crumbling rock. Oh, you're a 5. There is a 5. Demon Slayer's a 5. Load and save. I haven't saved once. Living on the wild side, guys. I read you need to add more sugar for the cake. Oh, to make the Shadow Ranch cake? I got a 5 last time, which I think is the Thinker Detective. Yeah, it's called the Investigator, which I feel suits me better. Mm-hmm. You might have gotten 8 when you tested this one because that's actually where 5s move when they're healthy. So you might just be like a really healthy 5. With 6 only a few percentages away. So that's probably your wing. A 5-wing 6. Okay. So I think it's trickling water. Trickling water? Like this one. And then the whistling wind. And then the sizzling fire. And then the crumbling rock. Whee! Obviously Nancy is not Indiana Jones. Okay, we can easily get crushed by the rock.
I wonder if these pictures tell some kind of story.
Mainly type 2, but also have a certain percent of type 3 and 1. Nice, which means you probably have balanced wings, Sarah. The wing is like the number that's adjacent to your number is like your... It's like the flavor to your personality. So I'm a type 1, but my wing is a 9. So I have some characteristics of 9, but primarily 1. What do I type in for this personality test? Enneagram. E-N-N-E-A-G-R-A-M. Enneagram. I love it. So investigator and this... close behind, so I am Nancy Drew. There you go. You're exactly Nancy Drew. I wonder if these pictures tell some kind of story. Yes. So we gotta... Basically, the turtle comes to the land when it's first like this. And then there's a little tree growing, and then the turtle comes here. It looks like. Do we have mutual hobbies or interests? Yes. We both really like reading. We both really like literature. We both really like going outside and doing outside things. But our like obsessions are a little bit different. He's really into film, and I'm really more into video gaming, like Nancy Drew and The Sims and whatnot. Happy birthday, Sarah! My fiance actually had his birthday in quarantine. I made him a cake and still did presents and everything, and we Zoomed with a bunch of family and friends. So yeah, the tree tells the story, right? So then the tree grows, and the turtle is at the beach. And then the turtle lays eggs and leaves the beach. And then the... volcano gets rid of the palm tree, and then here we go. I'm gonna get crushed. Ready? 8 is 89%, then 6 is 77%, and 4, 5, 7 are all 71%. Oh, wow. Oh, that's cool. So what that tells me is that you could be a 5-wing 6, but you're just really healthy and really integrating into your 8. Oh, I love Zoo Tycoon Juan Pena. I love getting crushed.
I wonder if these pictures tell some kind of story.
Oh, you're gonna make me do it again, game? Rude. How rude. Can't I just have the right answer? Okay, I won't get crushed this time. Your brother's birthday's tomorrow. We're just gonna have a cake. Yeah, cakes help to still make it special. It still feels more fun that way. And it's nice that we can at least still order things online. I mean, that's really nice.
Frank, it's Nancy. Hey, remember that creepy face that had been carved into a wall? The one with all the pictures on his teeth? Well, thanks to that list of animals you gave me, the face opened up. And I'm about to explore whatever's behind it. I don't know if or how this helps you, but I just thought I'd let you know. Anyway, I'm going in, so wish me luck.
If the pictures on that old current chart helped her, maybe whatever she just did to open up that face will somehow help me.
Alternatively, you could also be an 8. Favorite Nancy Drew villain? The villain from Stay Tuned for Danger and the final scene. Potentially failing the endgame challenge, but since it's random. Yeah, that's true. Oh, I probably will fail the endgame challenge. Did the writers or animators just watch Indiana Jones? So true. Okay, so basically what we have to do is snorkel as Frank, following the same animals. I don't have anyone over for my birthday anyway, so quarantine birthday wouldn't be any different. Yeah, a lot of it is just doing the same birthday stuff if you can, but without, just without people physically.
That eel.
Okay, so we go eel, and then I need a shark.
Whoa!
And then a turtle.
Whoa!
And then octopus. I guess I could go the wrong way. We're going the wrong way! Frank's gonna drown. Blah, 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 blah. Poor Frank. Okay, Frank, I'm not gonna make you drown this time. I promise. You can trust me. You can trust me, Frank. Eel. Shark.
Whoa!
Turtle.
Whoa!
I'll take care of you, Frank. Octopus.
Whoa!
Manta ray. Where is the ray? What?
Whoa!
Where was the ray? The game lied to me. Apparently we don't do the manta ray. And we just skip right to porcupine fish. Okay. Well, I drowned you twice. I guess you can't trust me, Frank. Eel. Shark.
Whoa!
Turtle.
Whoa!
Whoa! Octopus.
Whoa!
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 Whoa! I love the play-by-play woes, Frank. Thanks very much for that.
Whoa!
You and your BF are incompatible in interests and personality, and your family is largely unaccepting of him due to the conflicts we've had. Oh no! There was one more step! Any suggestions on dealing with the drama? Oh, that sounds really frustrating. I mean, a lot of the time, opposites can attract as long as... Like, I know I still have to have a healthy respect for my fiance's love for movies, even though it's not something that I personally really do a whole lot of. Like, I'll still do things with him, and that helps a little bit. I mean, he doesn't really play Nancy Drew, but he'll listen to me talk about it and stuff like that. So I think, I mean, finding things that you can both enjoy within quarantine might help, but I know that's kind of easier said than done. And as far as family support, I mean, it's tricky for everyone right now, and I think it's important that they understand that and, like, hopefully wouldn't be judging Like, that stinks.
The chamber Pua told me about must be in there.
The Hardy Boys have the same magical breath capacity that Nancy has. Yup. Ooh! Big ol' rock. Yeah, it's weird that it's not the exact same order. Frank's voice actor in the studio just going, whoa, over and over again. Don't be a Ned and Nancy. That's it. That's the advice. Don't be a Ned and Nancy. So Frank wouldn't have been able to go this way if the rock hadn't come through, which is kind of weird. So it's almost like he needed two people. Think Nancy should solve another murder mystery? I like the excitement that comes along with murder mysteries. Oh.
Holy cow, those things are covered with tiny beetles. Man, whatever's inside those canisters, those beetles are going for it. Big time.
Frank, what are you doing here?
Well, Pua sent me. She gave me a map. What is all this?
A huge, terrible mistake, that's what it is. I've made Pele mad.
Dad? How did you get in here?
I finally found a lava tube that bypasses the main tunnel.
Pua, you followed me?
I had to find another way in here. So I let you figure out that chart, and then yes, I followed you.
It's over, Pua. I'm dumping those
In
things
the
right
water?
now.
Dad, no! We're in too deep. We've got to go through with it now.
Wait a minute. You're in this whatever it is together?
If and when the Healy Healy Center shuts down, the land it's on reverts to us. Land we could turn right around and sell to developers. So I used Johnny Kudo to steal us some chemicals that would make insects start destroying the pineapples. And made it sound like Kane Okala was back to keep people out of the jungle so they wouldn't see us spraying. And then we spread the rumor that whatever was killing the pineapples was the Healy Healy's fault.
My father owes a lot of money to some really bad people. That's why we did it. And if you could just not tell anyone about this, everything will be fine.
No, Pua. Pele destroyed the tunnel for a reason. She was telling us to stop. No, Pua. Pele destroyed the
Type
tunnel
4
for a
was
reason.
totally going to be
She was
my
telling us
guess
to
for you,
stop.
Jessica.
It's Frank.
No, Pua. It's over. The earthquake was a warning. This isn't right, and if we don't stop next, she'll destroy us.
Yeah, it's maybe slightly better than the ice flow puzzle.
You see?
Fire and ice. Lava in this game, ice in the next one. I know, this ending is so confusing.
Frank, are you alright?
Hey, Nance. Yeah, I guess I'm okay. Be kinda nice to get back on solid ground, though. Any ideas?
Jump from rock to rock and head for the stairs in front of you. The ones behind Big Island Mike. But be careful. A rock that's there 1 minute may not be there the next.
Yeah, Ray Marie, it's definitely something that like takes
Hurry, Frank.
practice,
Big
but
Island Mike
we've
is heading for the other set of stairs.
We've
If he
made that
gets
a
out
priority.
Before you do, he'll get away.
yeah, thanks Nancy. Appreciate it. We tick each other off over little things because we don't have adequate time apart to do us and don't leave the house as much. My parents also have high expectations for him to meet. Yeah, high expectations are especially tricky. For sure. Could you do scheduled alone time, maybe? Especially, I don't know if you're an introvert or extroverted or anything, but that alone time is definitely, I find it super important just to have time to do me. And same for him. Second highest is a 5. Ooh, you're a 4-wing 5. That's very cool. I totally could see that for you, Jessica. That was definitely going to be my guess. Frank and Joe's models in this game weren't very good. I agree. Are we going to get lucky? Or are we going to definitely not get lucky? Yeah, we're definitely not going to get lucky. That you can like tell from our sparse comments what type we are. I have guesses. I have ideas. Mapu owns money to loan sharks to pay off his debt. He needed cash. His aunt's will would give him the land to get the money, but the will states he only inherits it from the Healy Healy shutdown. Right. Like, it all makes sense when they explain it, but what really kind of ticks me off is that there's no possible way to learn any of that through the game. Like, the only way we can learn that is by Big Island Mike telling us, which makes it not really a good mystery. It makes it just kind of like a story. I want to be able to find the clues and figure things out. Big Island Mike is stuck in the same place we are. We're both kind of stuck. This stone's wood hot as hell from the lava, right? Decided to find a way to close down without it looking bad. He used his knowledge from life as a pineapple farmer. Plot of this game in a nutshell. Exactly. And we knew none of this beforehand. None of this was explained to us in any other parts of the game, really. Just, like, vague mentions to pineapples, basically. Vague mentions to pineapples. And then, like, Kaneokala goes nowhere. There's nothing with that. The creature of Kapu Cave just isn't a thing. It's not something that we get experience with at all. Especially compared to their models from 2 games ago. Yes. Ooh, yeah, attachment styles are super interesting. He's anxious and you're anxious and he's the avoidant, and apparently that combo can be volatile. Because one person craves more attention. That would totally make sense. It's so interesting, like, learning about the needs of your partner and the things that you can do to make them feel more fulfilled. That's why I think I love personality stuff so much, is it just, like, helps me understand coworkers and friendships and my fiance and my family. Do I come across as a type 2? Yes, but in the best possible way, Sarah. Type 2s are wonderful people. It's important to have time together and time apart. Too much of either could destroy a relationship. Exactly. It's all about understanding each other's needs and all about communicating those needs too. Like, you never know until we actually talk about it. Just retook it and got 5. That's so interesting, slightly respected. Which one do you connect with more, 5 or 8? Uh-oh, Frank is stuck. I got Frank stuck in a corner. The pineapple crop is bad. What about SpongeBob? No, SpongeBob. Save yourself. Parts of it are mentioned across the game, but it's filled with subplots to reach the ending. Yeah, it's just not very clear. Mapu, can you get out? I can't find, like, the trigger rock that's supposed to get me this. I need to get one of these 2 to work, and it's just not doing anything. It is way too easy to get stuck on this stupid challenge. Yeah, it is. Been here forever. And so is Mike. Mike has been stuck over in his corner for forever. This conversation is so cute. You guys are all a sweet community. I love this community. I love streaming with all you fellow detectives. 5. Yeah. I think that makes sense. So you're more of a 5, but then you're healthy, so you're connecting with that 8 part of you. Mike, that totally was there. Mapu. Oh, now I'm peeved. I am peeved. Because he triggered the rock that I need. Ooh, 98% 4, 88% 5, and 6 and 7 are 78%. That's crazy. So super strong 4 with a 5 wing probably, since that's your next highest one. There's, like, not really a strategy, Dana. But looks like we got lucky.
Oh man, I've never been so glad to see solid ground in my life. Nice work, Nance.
Tell that to them. All the time we spent on this thing wasted. I should have just gone surfing.
And I should have just gone with you.
Same, Luna. So
Big
much
Island
peace
Mike
from that.
and Pua finally made it to safety, and all of us managed to get out of the cave using the lava tube that Mike had discovered. Much to their credit, he and Pua turned themselves in immediately, although it took a while for the authorities to figure out exactly what to charge them with. As for what they had done, here's how Big Island Mike explained it. Desperate to pay off the loan sharks to whom he owed a lot of money, Big Island Mike remembered something. The land the Healy Healy Research Facility was on used to belong to his aunt. She willed it to the foundation that built the facility with the stipulation that the land would go to Mike if and when the Healy Healy ever closed its doors. And so he set out to force the Healy Healy out of business, knowing that once the land was his, he could sell it and pay off all his debts. First, capitalizing on what he knew about pineapples, he used to work for a pineapple grower. Big Island Mike hired Johnny Kudo to steal canisters of pheromones for him. He knew that when sprayed in the jungle, these pheromones would cause an explosion in the population of the tiny and normally benign fritillated flag beetle. To lower their risk of being seen, the Mapu spread the rumor that Connie Ocala was once again prowling the island. Then they sprayed the chemicals, and soon fritillated flag beetles were everywhere. Dr. Kim finally figured out that the weird whispering noise I had heard was the beetles rubbing their little legs together in some kind of greeting ritual. Soon, the beetle larvae, which are practically microscopic, started feeding on the local pineapples. And when it became apparent that something strange was going on with the pineapple crop, the Mapus began circulating the rumor that the Healy Healy was to blame. And their plan almost worked. The rumor made one of the Healy Healy's current owners, Richard Aiken, so nervous that he hired the Hardy Boys to dig up something, anything that he could use to discredit the Mapus and shut them up. And if word had gotten out that Malachi Craven, who it turns out is the one who tore Dr. Kim's camp up in a fit of anger mismanagement, was working with plant mutations, public pressure may have indeed caused the Healy Healy to close its doors. But thanks to Frank and Joe and Dr. Kim and yours truly, the Mapu's plot was exposed, and the fritillated flag beetle population quickly fell to its normal size, as did that of the Norsobeta odorata moth. So, how did I spend the rest of my time on the Big Island? Well, let's just say when it comes to cleaning frass jars, I am an expert.
Yeah, seriously, slightly respected. That's amazing. Ooh, and your disc type is the questioner? That's so cool. Ooh, 98% of 2, 92% of 1, and 84% of 3. So it's quite possible that you could be a 2 with a 1 wing. That's very cool. Oh, yes. That sounds so good, Luna. Thankfully, most coffee shops are letting you do grab-and-go orders so that we can still get the good stuff. At least the rocks move in a logical manner. This is true. Yeah, it could be worse. Why couldn't Nancy or the Hardys find the aunt somewhere? Something as small as that would have helped tie things together. Totally. Yes. Or mention the donator for the Healy Healy was the last name. Yes, totally. The story is boring. I'm tired. I totally get you, Jessica. Absolutely. I agree. So much. What award did we get? Green thumb for making pod picking and flower fertilizing look easy. Ugh. That's hilarious because in real life I have the worst green thumb.
Bad things have been happening to the guests at Icicle Creek Lodge. They come for winter fun like ice skating, cross-country skiing, and snowshoeing. But some leave, fearing for their lives. Of course, the lodge is located deep in the wilds of the Canadian Rockies, and it is the dead of an unusually cold, snowy winter. But is the lodge simply unlucky? Is it the target of some mysterious curse? Or is someone behind these strange events? Or does it have something to do with the elusive wolf that haunts the surrounding hills, howling before each new disaster? Help me find out in my next adventure, The White Wolf of Icicle Creek.
Isis! Love Isis. And this will be a great one for all of the Canadians, all you lovely Canadians in chat. Oh, yes, Sarah, I love the love languages. Ooh, and the Big Five, totally slightly respected. This game is still better than 7 Ships, I agree. No pointless golf cart driving and sailing. It is still better than Ransom of the 7 Ships. This game is set around where I live, nice. Amazing stream like usual. Oh, thank you, slightly respected. Rubs hands together in Canadian glee. Yes, we're streaming in order. Next game is your favorite. You're biased because you're Canadian and love visiting the Rockies. Excellent. I hope Hound Dog shows up for the Friday stream. I need my fellow Canadian. Yes. All Canadians come to the stream. Yep, next one up will be White Wolf of Icicle Creek. It'll be, I usually play that one in the winter, so it'll actually be kind of fun to play it when there's no snow on the ground. On to full screen games. Yes, Dana. Finally, the notifications will stop plaguing us. Even though you can't really tell that it's Canada, right? It could just be any snowy place. But Friday Lambda, we have Bill Kessler with his flawless Canadian accent. His flawless and very realistic Canadian accent. So then we know we're in Canada. Keep leaning into astrology even though I know it's not real, but it's so much fun. Totally, Sarah. I do the same thing. Helps me learn more about myself. Absolutely. It's just like a tool for self-reflection, which is one of my favorite things. Looking forward to the Canadian woods. Totally. Yes, White Wolf is fun. There might be snow. Mother Nature is weird. That's true. I shouldn't jinx it. Definitely don't want any more of that right now. Full screen games, yes. Bill Kessler has the most Canadian accent ever. Thanks again for the stream. When do you think you'll play the next game? We're continuing on with this, our stream schedule of Friday afternoons and Sunday mornings. So Friday will probably be when we stream White Wolf of Icicle Creek. Hopefully starting at around 1-ish. What are you talking about, eh? Here in Colorado. Should try a Nancy Drew speedrun on your favorite game. Oh, but when it's my favorite game, I love to spend as much time as possible in it. I spend hours doing the Waverly Snack Shop. White Wolf is fun, but then I get to Fox and Geese. Exactly. Once we get to Fox and Geese, then it's like, oof. Oof. Thank you for coming to the stream, Incomplete Name. I'm gonna go get some lunch now, do a little bit of cleaning, and then enjoy the rest of my Sunday. I hope you guys all have a wonderful Sunday as well. Hopefully it's nice weather where you are so you can enjoy the day. Or stay in and do whatever you like. I hope you're able to have a Sunday that you can do whatever your little hearts desire. So thank you so much for joining, fellow detectives. Speedrun your least favorite game. That we might have to do. Alright, thank you so much everyone for joining. Thank you, Sarah. Might be late to Icicle Creek because I have to work until 4:30, but hopefully I'll get to the credits again. Perfect. It's a longer one, so you very well might. Have a good day. Taking another personality test and a question asks, when you know someone thinks highly of you, you wonder how long it'll take for them to be disappointed in you. I've never pressed agree harder. Oh my goodness. There's no guarantee that I'll be here to show the trick off, so I can cross your fingers. Fingers crossed. Alright, thanks everyone. See you Friday for White Wolf of Icicle Creek in Canada. Bye! Bye everyone! You're all amazing. Have a great day. Bye!